It's been a minute. Football Monday. Hey, look, I'm trying to fix your audio, which you're not coming through for some reason. I'm getting there. It's there somewhere.
Okay.
There you are.
All right. Well, all right. Hello, Chester.
There he is.
Are we on? Are we
live? You're good.
We are clear. All right.
One button. I had one job. I'm in Greenville. You're in Asheville. I had to hit the, hey, Tank has
That's
audio
it.
too button.
That's it. Fat baby Jeremy. Put it up on the screen. One job.
Hey, look, I try. All right. I've been up since 5 this morning. I went to bed at 3. So.
Oh, yeah. You shouldn't have gone to bed at 3. That was a bad idea.
Well, I had stuff to do this morning. You ever have that meeting and you just got to swallow the frog, and you're gonna have to say some not nice things, and people might not like it. And I like to be liked, Tank.
Yeah, we understand. We know. Did you have a good weekend?
I did.
Did you have a good football weekend?
I did. Had some delicious wieners at Bear's Barbecue on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
The Podfather, Patrick Holt, bringing the thunder.
Down there on Cox Avenue. The big wiener party. Bear's Smokehouse Barbecue. We did not win, unfortunately. I mean, everybody got an award. I appreciate the participation trophy, by the way. That was fun. But Patrick Holt brought a great recipe. We just were not the favorites of the day. We got a lot of things wrapped up into it, presentation and such. I thought we had made a good showing, though. As far as taste goes, Jeremy, where did you think we fit in?
You were for sure. I don't remember exactly. I think you were 5 for me. Okay. You also had no shot when Capella on 9 brought a collard green mac and cheese dog, playing to your audience to the highest degree.
Right.
There was a pickle dog that was quite good from the vault. That was the eventual winner. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
There were a lot of good dogs. The pimento cheese was without a doubt one of the winners of the weekend. Patrick Holt. Absolutely. You had 3 of the biggest food bloggers in this area that were all going, damn, that was some good pimento cheese.
It was great Grandma Holt's recipe of the pimento cheese. It's some of the best I've ever had. I'm a pimento cheese lover.
For sure.
So I kept telling everybody as soon as they come up to the table, like, you're going to want to try that. That's going to be some of the best pimento cheese you ever have. I didn't have one person come back and go, you're full of crap. It was that good. We had smoked candied bacon on top of that with a little fried onions, the little Frenchy fried onions. It was really good. Really good.
It was fantastic.
We had a great time. Everybody had fun, and we raised a lot of money. Helped Bears raise a lot of money for Linked for Life, which was the reason why we were there.
That was the objective. We did our job. I will say thank you to the Sportsocracy universe. Gary Birch coming all the way up from Columbia with his son. Had several other great listeners of the show that showed up. The whole team at Bears was like, you were the promotional arm, and we sold more tickets than we ever planned on, so you did your job. And we appreciate that.
Yes.
It makes those meetings way easier when we have them. And I personally appreciate that. I get yelled at plenty.
Just give you a little bit of a preview. We have Bears is going to have a new special community get-together coming up on Saturday, September the 27th. They're going to be doing a rise and brunch, breakfast bowls, and mimosas.
We can also announce here what we announced at the Big Wiener Party. Bear Smokehouse Barbecue will also be the official watch party destination for Thursday Night Football of the Sportsocracy. I will be there every Thursday. Tank will be there the Thursdays that he can make it, because he's out here doing the Lord's work, getting nominated for Pulitzers and Nobel Peace Prizes. I actually think you're in line to replace the Pope at this point. Like, you're in that line.
You never know. You never know. We're gonna conclave, and they're gonna be like, you know what, that idiot. We want him to do stuff.
Old Popple Tank.
Yeah.
But we're very excited. We will be there for every Thursday night football game of the football season that we are in town for. We do miss one. I think it's in week 2, and then we will be there for the rest of the year.
Okay. All right. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. And the fact that the season is underway, preseason football this weekend. I mean, did you get much watching in?
Way
I
more
know
than
you
I
did,
should
Jeremy.
Tank,
I know you did, Jeremy, but I mean, the average fan. Did you guys lock in? Did you watch your team? Were you interested? Did you have a storyline? I didn't care about watching my team in preseason because there's not really a storyline there.
So we have 2 super chats.
But there are so many across the league that I am watching.
And then I'm going to go bananas for probably 13-ish minutes. So we should hit those super chats because they were both sizable super chats. So we need to make sure that those get their love. And then I'm gonna yell.
All right, we got a big one from Colin. He says, let me start this Monday morning off with a bang. Jeremy and Tank, this is for your domestic light wallets. $40. That's sizable. Thank you, sir.
That is sizable. That would buy 2 whole cases of domestic lights, and we thank you, Colin, for that.
And he says, I'm just saying it now. Josh Simmons is a dog. He says, I know he only played 11 snaps, but damn, he is a brick wall at left tackle. Much love.
So you remember that thing I said last week about there are things you can glean from preseason games? I watched every snap of Josh Simmons, and I walked away the same way he's real good. He might be better than I thought he was because I kind of factored the injury in, and I don't think that means a hill of beans at this point because he looked phenomenal. I think there's no doubt he's the starting left tackle. And now I'm starting to wonder, did they sign Jalen Moore to replace Jawan Taylor? Like, was that the thought, is that they're going to put him out on the right side? Or was he just an insurance policy for Josh Simmons? Or did they not think they were going to wind up with Josh Simmons? Which is also possible.
That could be possible as well. He just happened to be there, and they went, well, we can't pass up the opportunity. Look, having too many tackles is not a bad thing.
No.
Especially at the rate NFL players suffer injuries.
Look, I've always said it's really stupid that we do free agency before the draft. The draft should be before free agency. I understand with the calendar why we don't do it that way. But there are some times that Kansas City was picking 31. So they're probably looking at Josh Simmons going, we feel really good about this guy. He's probably not going to fall to us, and we don't have the ammo to go up there and get him. So you signed Jalen Moore, and yeah, you did give him some money. But if he never plays a snap, I believe Kansas City will be really happy.
Mm-hmm. I got the super chat from Soaring Eagle. Says the takeaways from week 1 of the preseason. Hey, y'all, starting to see it our way on Ashton Gianti yet? Get Efton Chisholm in Dynasty now. He says, I'm very tempted to start Myers over Odunze because of Caleb.
I agree with everything he just said. I don't think I've ever seen a player that I more went, you see, this is why I tried to tell you that Ashton Jeanty is not the prospect that you think he is. Now, am I trying to bury the kid? No. But it's weird that now I've seen Ashton Jeanty against not cooking schools and not the Institution for the Blind and not a pep squad of cheerleaders. I've now seen that 3 times, and he's been terrible all 3 times. Mm-hmm. So, the second thing he said there was Efton Chisholm, and, I believe, Tank, correct me if I'm wrong here, I believe there was a fat mulleted ginger that tried to tell all of you that this kid's not real fast, but he's real sudden. And he's one of we're going to talk about receivers later on in this show. There are a few guys that I have seen that are almost all rookies. They're going to have a bigger role than you think, and Efton Chisholm is their king.
All right, we got one more super chat, and then you can rant. It's from Red Sea. He says, hey, look, Jeremy remembered his camera today.
Well, you never have to worry about
that is a win.
When I'm in Greenville, you never have to worry about that because this office is permanently set up. I just have to bring my computer and connect it. So all of this stuff lives here. It just lives here with nobody in this room for 5 out of 7 days a week.
Gotcha.
And it's very cozy. Tank, you can see my setup now. I've got they gave me like a big continental desk. I feel important.
Oh yeah,
I got a view out the window here of lovely downtown Greenville. There's been somebody pulled over on North Street pretty much since I got here. So I don't know what he had in that car, but they are really intimately trying to figure it out. This poor guy has been pulled over on the side of the road for the better part of 2.5 hours. So,
yeah. All right, NFL preseason week 1 is in the books, Jeremy, and the Carolina Panthers are at the center of it all. Well, Cleveland Browns quarterback Shedeur Sanders, future Pro Football Hall of Famer, came in and tore up the Carolina Panthers, and had
you're trying to incite me.
Of any rookie in the history of the NFL, proving that he was better than his 5th round draft stock.
Okay, so I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I thought ESPN was trolling me on Friday night because I watched every snap of Shedeur Sanders. I thought they were trolling me. Of Shedeur shines in his debut for the Cleveland Browns. I don't think you know what the word shine means. With a starter on the field, not the starters, because the starters for the Carolina Panthers did not play. He was 3 of 7 for 11 yards and almost took a 30-yard sack. That's not really shining. Then, when Carolina, who, oh, by the way, had the worst defense statistically in the NFL in the last 11 years last year, They put in their third stringers, and all of a sudden Shedeur looked vaguely competent. Now, in that time, he threw a touchdown pass that was into triple coverage. It's a great throw, don't get me wrong, because he threaded the needle between three guys. He also threw it into triple coverage, which I feel like people are leaving that part out. And now I'm going to say something that I've been waiting to say since Friday. Why is it that the same group of people fall for this every single time? The people that were blowing up my inbox about Tim Tebow, it's shocking. I'm seeing a lot of the same handles all over again. A lot of the same ones that have blown me up about a slew of quarterbacks over the years are the same people that are falling for Shedeur Sanders, and I cannot figure out why that is. Let me make this perfectly clear. I've been marinating on this for 3 days. Shedeur Sanders was bypassed by every team in the NFL at least 4 times. I want you to do me a favor. Name me the time in NFL history that a quarterback has been bypassed that many times, and now I'm going to throw the caveat, that they didn't have a physical limitation of some kind. Shedeur Sanders, body build, athletically, arm, all of those things, there's no limitation there. So before you tell me Tom Brady would have lost to me in a 40-yard dash. Brock Purdy is just a little tiny feller. A little itty-bitty. Just itty-bitty. Those were 2 good late-round quarterbacks that have been selected over the last handful of years. Name me one that didn't have an athletic deficiency that ever fell to that point.
Yeah, I can't.
You know why? Because it doesn't exist. I'm going to say something about the same team that Shedeur Sanders plays for. Deshaun Watson went to a handful of Pro Bowls, was accused of doing very weird things with masseuses he hired on Instagram, and got a second shot with the Cleveland Browns at the expense of multiple high-end draft capital and the largest guaranteed deal ever. We fall for tools really hard in the NFL. Shedeur Sanders has them all. He's got the body build. He's got the arm. You know what he doesn't have?
What's that?
The ability to play quarterback. He doesn't have quarterback feel. And if you need that to be shown to you, go watch the play against the ones where high-level pressure happened. He got pressure in his face. And trust me, I saw all of you say, well, what's he supposed to do? He's got pressure in his face. Well, here's what he's not supposed to do. Turn his back to the offensive line and retreat in a way that France would have been jealous of. Backpedaling 20 yards, almost falling down, and then getting lucky that a running back had come back to him. Those are things that I look for.
Several times at Colorado.
He did it all the time at Colorado. Zach Wilson did it all the time. There are a lot of quarterbacks that have done it. You know what they all have in common? None of them were very good in the NFL. I am so sick of this already. 1 week in, I'm already so sick of this because there's no talking to you. This is the same thing I said with Tim Tebow. Well, Tim Tebow went to the playoffs and won a game with a high-level defense in a very bad AFC. So I'm going to say this as clearly as I can, and I'm going to say it real slow so some of the people that are on my Twitter can understand it. Shedeur was fine. He was fine here in week 1 against the Carolina Panthers. I have never been more convinced that he's going to fail, and it's because of you. We have to take a commercial break. I'm going to explain that in the next segment, and I'm going to say it real slow.
You're in the Sportsocracy, and this is ESPN Asheville.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Clear.
Capital One is back in Vegas.
T-Mobile Arena.
Streaming live only on Hulu. A weekend full of superstar performances. And keep listening for the next chance to win your way there.
Get your laundry Vegas ready with Arm & Hammer Power Sheets. Just toss in a detergent sheet. No drips, no plastic jugs, no mess. Arm & Hammer is a proud sponsor of the iHeartRadio Music Festival. Clean up before you turn up. Shop Arm & Hammer Power Sheets now.
The countdown to the NFL season is on while the pads are popping in camp. Get ready for the new season with iHeart, the official partner of the NFL Podcast Network.
Jim Harbaugh, how you feeling?
Oh, so excited. It's the start of the year.
Shows like NFL Daily with Greg Rosenthal.
We are going to go through the best position battles of the 2025 training camp.
Breakouts, holdouts, and fantasy sleepers. Be the first to know. Search NFL and find your next preset now.
63 Americans a day die by gun suicide. By storing our guns safely, locked, unloaded, and away from ammo, we can give our loved ones a second chance at life. Learn more at endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by Brady and the Ad Council.
Sometimes it's the little victories that mean the most. Those everyday celebrations that bring a smile to our faces and joy to our hearts. At Ingalls, we know there's no one you'd rather share those miniature, memorable moments with than family. Ingalls, all the ingredients for family.
Looking to buy or sell in Asheville? At Clarissa Sells WNC with eXp Realty, we're proud to be the #1 real estate team in Buncombe County. Give us a call, 828-774-6343. We're here for what matters most, you.
With some incredible starting pitching and a roster loaded with stars, don't ever count the Atlanta Braves out.
And the first pitch to Acuna, he swings, he drives one. Is this real life? It's a home run by Acuna. Holy smokes!
Join us for Atlanta Braves baseball
we got
all
two more
season
super
on
chats
Asheville's #1 sports
after
station,
the Shedeur rant
ESPN Asheville.
Our coverage of the Braves brought to you by Parks. Say that again. Home of the Parks
So we got
Promise.
two super chats here that we'll hit on.
We're
the
kicking off the
backside
Live in the
going
Dream
into
Tour
next
in
commercial.
style at the Party. Join us at 6 Saturday night, August the 16th at Cultivated Cocktails, 161 Charlotte Highway in Asheville. Enjoy their award-winning spirits, killer cocktails, and live music from TLQ Plus 2. Let's start the football season the only way we know how. Great drinks, great music, and great friends. Cultivated Cocktails, the official spirit of the Live in the Dream Tour, and this time we ride together. Go to livingthedreamtoo.com.
The Sportsocracy.
You are a regular nuclear meltdown. You better cool off.
Back in the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville. Jeremy Green on a hater over Shedeur Sanders. Everyone's losing their minds that he is so good. It was a perfect start as he beat the crap out of the third stringers from the worst defense in the NFL last year.
And now, let me throw the caveat here of I thought Shedeur was fine. I evaluated him very similarly to how I evaluated Jaxson Dart. Cam Ward was better than all of them. He went ahead of all of them. He was more pro-ready than any quarterback in this class. They all, whether it was Dart, Tyler Shough, or Shedeur Sanders, I thought they all did some good things. They did some things to grow on. And now I do have to throw this caveat. They asked Shedeur to grade himself in the postgame, and he said, I'd give myself a C+. I did some good things, I did some really bad things, and I got a lot to learn. That's the perfect answer. The problem with Shedeur Sanders is not Shedeur Sanders. It's the Shedeur Sanders fan boys that do not pay attention to what they're seeing. I'm going to ask you a question. What do Colin Kaepernick, Tim Tebow, Cam Newton, and Johnny Manziel all have in common?
What?
They all came in with great hype. One way or another, they came in with a good amount of hype. The fan base got very on their side. to the point of you could not ignore it any longer. People forget this with Tim Tebow. The year the Broncos went to the playoffs, they started 1-5, and Tim didn't start not nary one of those games. They won a lot on the backside, 18-15, 17-14. But what the four of them all have in common, they were a rallying cry for the fan base of every team they played on, and they never got another legit shot in the NFL. Johnny Manziel never played for another team. Colin Kaepernick never played for another team. Tim Tebow played for the Jets and the Patriots as an up man on the punt squad and as a wildcat quarterback, and Cam Newton was the only living, breathing quarterback that would take the Patriots' money to replace Tom Brady. That's it. Is it because they weren't good enough? This is the argument that every single homer for these guys cannot wrap their brain around. We're not telling you that any of these guys are not good enough to be NFL quarterbacks. They're not worth the headache of you. There are already people saying Shedeur Sanders would be a better starting quarterback week 1 for the Cleveland Browns than Joe Flacco. And it's hard for me to say this in the world that we live in. That is the stupidest thing that will be said out loud in the world today. That is the dumbest words that will come out of any mouth, and it's happening all over the place. You do understand the Cleveland Browns are bad, right? The offensive line is bad. What happened to Tim Tebow? He was put into a situation that he could not win. Because you're not developing as a quarterback. You're trying to win games in the NFL with a roster that can't really do it. But they got to the playoffs. And as soon as they met a real-life NFL team, what happened? Possum tire. And everybody in Denver knew. Yeah, they went to the playoffs. And he never started another game for the Denver Broncos in his life. He was with the New York Jets a year later. Colin Kaepernick went to a Super Bowl. In the top 5 reasons the San Francisco 49ers made a Super Bowl, Colin Kaepernick wouldn't be there. And you know what they realized? We don't need the headache of you. You're not good enough for the headache. This is the 4 that thinks they're a 9. That girl spends a lot of nights drinking lemon drops by herself. And you're doing it to Shedeur. That's why he fell in the draft. It was not his talent. It was not anything else you want to make it. It was every single coaching staff in the NFL went, that's going to be a headache that I don't need. And I'm going to draw you a parallel. I coached under 15 and under 17 AAU boys basketball. You know what the commonality of every great player I ever had was?
What's
I
that?
never heard from his mom. Ever. I never got a text. I never got a phone call. I never had any great player's mom ever chirping in my ear. You know who I always got it from? The 6th kid on the bench. The first kid that came off the bench because his mom thought he was so good that he should be the starter. He was more headache than he was worth. And invariably, I don't want that kid on my team. I would tell parents, if you're going to be that parent, tell me now, because you're going to hate me by the end of this. Because the more you chirp at me, the less I'm going to play your kid. Because I don't want you to think you're getting something. That's in AAU basketball. You know where that doesn't work? In the NFL. So when the Cleveland Browns start this season poorly, and I'm going to go ahead and tell you, that's a foregone conclusion. That's not an opinion. It's a fact. They start with the Cincinnati Bengals, at the Baltimore Ravens, the Green Bay Packers, at the Detroit Lions, the Vikings, and at the Steelers. That's the first 6 games of their season. And I'll be honest with you, you could tell me that half of every one of those teams were going to be abducted by space aliens. And I would still say Cleveland's going to get beat by 3 touchdowns. And I don't care if the ghost of Johnny Unitas is who is playing quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. And let me tell you what's going to happen when that happens. The fan base is going to lose their mind based off what they saw of Shedeur Sanders in the preseason playing against a bunch of guys that are going to be selling Geico car insurance in about 3 weeks. Then that kid goes in, and, hey, do you know who they play from there? The Miami Dolphins with Jalen Phillips, Chop Robinson, and Bradley Chubb. The New England Patriots, who I think have a top 5 defense in the NFL. The New York Jets, by the way, both of those last two are on the road, with what I think is a top 10 defense in the NFL. The Baltimore Ravens, who are probably the best defense in the NFL. The Las Vegas Raiders, who have Max Crosby and Malcolm Kuntz. The 49ers that have Nick Bosa. Maybe you see where I'm headed with this. This is one of those times I don't even have to look in my crystal ball. I know exactly how this is going to go. Shedeur's going to end up on a field because you push him that way. He's going to get Kevin Stefanski fired. That's why they had that look on their face at the draft of, awesome, we just signed our own death certificate. Because that kid's not ready to play. And you can't see it because you're not realistic. You're insane. You want to be right so bad that anything you see, no matter if it actually makes sense or not, that is the support of my argument. Shedeur Sanders shined in his preseason debut. Let's talk about this shined, shall we? Shined. That is the term that our employer, ESPN, the mothership, used in the description of what Shedeur Sanders did against Carolina Panthers. He completed 14 passes for 138 yards. His average depth of target was under 7 yards. And it was against the likes of such defensive stalwarts as Trey Swilling, Shamar Bartholomew, Cam Jackson, Boogie Basham. These aren't NFL players, people. This is the exact same thing he did at Colorado. He can pick on bad defenses. And this is the Cat Williams line all over again. A Chrysler 300 looks like a Phantom until a Phantom drives by. Watch Cam Ward and watch Shedeur Sanders and tell me which one looked better. If you think they're even in the same ballpark, I don't need to hear anything else you have to say because you're a homer. Shedeur was fine. And if he could have done this under the radar and build some momentum to potentially being the starter for the Cleveland Browns in 2026, I would give him a shot. I know that's not going to happen. I know it unequivocally. And I said it the day he got drafted, the minute he got drafted. I'm not sure that's not the worst place he could have gone. Because they're so starved for a quarterback. Because they've gone through Tim Couch and I think 6 of the McCown brothers and Johnny Manziel and Deshaun Watson. They want a quarterback so bad. And so you're going to put this kid in a bad situation. Every bust quarterback that has ever been in the history of the NFL has been talented. You know what every bust has in common? They've all been put in a terrible situation, playing behind a bad offensive line with mediocre weapons, and they were supposed to save the franchise. And when they don't do it, you turn on them. Or, even worse, they don't really have anything to do with a turnaround, but you give them credit for it. So you put them in Bo Nix, by the way. If you didn't see him in the preseason, you're starting to see what I was okay. We'll talk about that later in the year. Shedeur Sanders has been doomed to fail just based on the situation that you're putting him in. Leave the kid alone. Stop doing the stupid wrist celebration. Stop all of that. Let the kid develop, and he might have a chance. But where you are right now, you are literally dooming this kid to fail. And before anybody says, you're just a hater, which, by the way, that's the dumbest argument we use in American sports. You're a hater. Okay, so I want you to think about the person you're saying that to. Tank, do me a favor and look on that shelf across the aisle from you right there. That's my shelf, right? All my things. What's the helmet on the top of it?
Oh, that's Deion Sanders.
Deion Sanders is my favorite player from my favorite university. He's probably no less than 30% of the reason that I'm here. Because I fell in love with Florida State football with Deion Sanders and then with Charlie Ward. I love Deion. I would love for his kid to be great. I think Dion did him no favors as his head coach. I think the fan base is doing him no favors now. And I take no joy in this whatsoever. I'm just trying to get all of you to temper your expectations, because expectations are a killer for prospects in the NFL. And if you think he shined in week 1, I got a bridge to sell you. He was good.
And we got a couple of super chats here to hit before the break.
Money, baby, get the money. We in the money.
All right, Colin says, correct me if I'm wrong, Josh Simmons is going up against an edge rusher that was causing some issues at Cardinals camp?
Yes. He went up against some pretty legit competition. I can't remember exactly who was lined up on the other side of him. Josh Simmons was impressive. That was a rookie, and we're going to talk about some of the rookies that have been impressive in these preseason games. I'll say he was in my top 5 of most impressive rookies that I've seen.
And fitting to send us into the break, a special super chat from our friend Great North Sports.
Country roads,
take me home to the place
I belong, West Virginia.
Oh, it feels so good. You know what else feels good, Tank? The fact that I know I'll be there. I'll be there. Almost heaven, West Virginia. I'll be there in less than 2 months. I'm so excited. Taking my wife. First time she's ever had a pepperoni roll. We'll do Tudor's biscuits. We're going to drink all night long, and I'm setting the couch on fire. I don't care if I get in trouble. I'm bringing a couch with me, and I'm going to set it on fire.
It is football season, and there's nothing quite like a little country roads to get things, get the juices flowing for the preseason. We'll have more football overreactions, NFL preseason week 1 overreactions. The quarterbacks taking a lot of the headlines. We'll get just a bit outside as well.
ESPN Asheville.
And we're clear.
Baron Browning.
Mountain
That's
weather
who it was up
forecast.
against. Thank you, Red Sea.
Exercising the wet weather driving skills this week, each day mentioning a threat for showers, thunderstorms. They'll be scattered around this afternoon. Not
special,
severe
but
weather,
a
so
legit
the greatest
NFL
risk from thunderstorms, maybe some localized flooding or
contributor
water on roadways. 80 degrees tonight. Showers, thunderstorms. 68 tomorrow. More scattered showers and thunderstorms. They are
You didn't
likely,
hear buzzing in
especially
that,
during
did
the
you?
afternoon and evening hours, with a high near 80. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist.
Say what?
This report
You
is
didn't hear
sponsored by
like a
Rapid
random buzz
Radio.
in that,
Rapid
did you?
radios are instant push-to-talk.
In what?
Bring
That last
national
segment.
LTE coverage and no subscription ever.
No, I got no buzz.
I have my
200
phone
staff
on
members
the,
at one
the
time.
back
Go to
desk, which is not connected to the
rapidradios.com now
front desk
for up to
because it's dead.
60% off and free shipping.
Just wanted to make sure you couldn't hear it going off.
School. You take charge of your home.
They're having a meeting
Yeah, no,
that
I
I'm
can
supposed to be in that
Don't
started
forget
like
to
7
take
minutes
charge
ago.
of your gut health too with Nature-Made
Sorry,
probiotics.
can't be there. Stop
Nature-Made
scheduling
has
meetings between
clinically
12 and
studied
3.
probiotics that work with your digestive tract's natural bacteria, so you won't miss a beat in your daily routine. Find
can
us
send
in
me
the
the cliff
vitamin aisle.
notes. I'll
These
catch up
statements
later.
have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like, to check you have your phone first, before the cab pulls away.
Hey, thanks, man. No, wait, my phone! Come back! It's got my boarding pass, credit cards, phone numbers, my life! Come back!
Checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
An app for pics, an app for playlists, even the app for scrolling endlessly at 2 a.m. But only one app puts the live radio dial in your pocket. The free iHeartRadio app. Get what millions already have. iHeartRadio! The #1 app for radio.
Buying or selling a home doesn't have to be stressful. Let me, Clarissa Marshall with eXp Realty, your local real estate expert, guide you every step of the way. Whether you're searching for your dream home, looking to sell quickly, or exploring investment opportunities, I've got the experience and the tools to get you the best deal possible. Call me, Clarissa Marshall with eXp Realty at 828-774-6343. Let's make your real estate dreams a reality. I'm your trusted realtor. I'm making moves and making dreams come true.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Our value of commitment. Committed to you as our customers and the community that we serve. To do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com.
Sure, you know Appalachian Motor Coach is the official shuttle sponsor of the Living the Dream Tailgate Tour. But did you know that they can get you anywhere in style? Weddings, bachelorette parties, corporate gatherings, family reunions. Appalachian Motor Coach makes the ride part of the fun. Luxury seating, climate control, and none of the stress of parking or driving. Appalachian Motor Coach gets you there relaxed, on time, and ready for the party. For more information, visit them at AppalachianMotorCoach.com. Appalachian Motor Coach, the best memories start on the ride.
At Ingles, whether we're celebrating Friday night rivals, televising college basketball games, bringing the Fan Fest to semi-pro soccer, or taking you out to the ball game at your minor league park, it's all in the bag. Ingles, low prices, love the savings.
Boy, you must be outside your mind.
The Sportsocracy.
Just a bit outside. He tried the corner and missed.
We're back in the Sportsocracy. ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, 1400. The most outside news of the day is I'm in the New York Times. If you go to the New York Times online, they have posted the story that I told you that was coming for the New York Times Magazine. Apparently, the hard copy will be dropping in the magazine this Sunday, but the online article posted this morning. So if you'd like to go over and check that out, we'll be posting up a link.
Hashtag humble
so you
brag.
can go check that out. I'm just saying, it is the weirdest thing that has happened today. Anyway, the week is still young, though. We'll find out what happens the rest of the week. Big things still working here around Radio Ranch. Real quick check in on the local baseball scene today. I wanted to give everybody an update on Cal Raleigh. He's still mashing homers up in Seattle. Hit his 45th home run of the season yesterday. Hit 3 homers in 3 days this past weekend. He has now tied Johnny Bench for the second most home runs by a catcher in a single season. He only has 3 more to go to tie the record set by Salvador Perez back in 2021, which he is absolutely, barring a catastrophe, he's gonna pass that in no time. And then local kids doing good on the baseball diamond. Asheville American Legion Post 70 won the Southeast region. They'll be playing this week in the World Series in Shelby. So congratulations to them. They beat a team from Alabama that had won like 9 straight state championships. So Asheville Post 70, the Cardinals moving on to the World Series in Shelby this weekend. So, maybe you ain't got nothing to do. Go check out some American Legion baseball down in Shelby. It's a nice stadium down there.
My outside story is about one Connor Zilic. If you don't know that name, it's pretty new on the NASCAR circuit, but he's made quite an impression. He is currently the points leader in the NASCAR Xfinity Series, and he won Saturday's race at Watkins Glen. He was going to do double duty, and then he booped his little head, fell down, and hurt himself. After winning Saturday's Xfinity race, he did what many NASCAR drivers do. He pulled into victory lane, let down the window net, and went to jump on the hood of his race car. He also, I believe, is the first person to ever be stretchered out of victory lane on a backboard because he got his foot stuck in the window net and straight up face planted in victory lane off the top of the car. He broke his collarbone.
Oh,
it was brutal. And now he's taking some shots at himself. He stopped by the ESPN set. They were doing the NASCAR race at Watkins Glen yesterday. He said, first of all, I'm doing okay. Very grateful to be able to walk away from that. And I guess I didn't walk away, but I'm very grateful to be walking today and just to be all right. Thank you to all the medics who took care of me and everybody who reached out and wished me well. I do appreciate it a lot. I was climbing out of the car. Obviously, the window net was down on the door. And as soon as they started spraying water, my foot slipped. And the last thing I remember was being halfway down and falling, so I'm glad it wasn't any worse and that the collarbone was the extent of my injuries. I've definitely called myself a dummy more than once already. That's one of those that's really hard to get back from.
Mm-hmm.
That will be what people know of you for a really, really, really long time.
Well, I mean, depending on how good you are, right? You keep winning races, people will forget that.
Oh, no doubt. And he's a very good race car driver.
It could be right. It could be a funny footnote on his career. Like I can remember, I believe Carl Edwards when he tried the backflip one time, just completely missed it, and we were wondered like, is he okay? Is he going to be fine? And he was, but the fact that was one of how many celebrations that he had in NASCAR, nobody's going to remember that. It'll be fine. Hopefully this kid's got a long history.
Gary Birch, he's no Gus Frerotte. That is true. Gus Frerotte is the only person to ever be stretched out after knocking himself out. I remember watching that as a kid going, why did you do that? And then I banged my head off my own locker. So,
Yes.
Never claimed to be smart.
Mm-hmm.
Just funny. I am funny.
Yeah. It is. All right. So preseason week 1.
Hold on. Before we move on, we
Sanders,
need to tidy up the remaining Super Chats. We had a few more.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize we. Okay, my bad. All right. Got another Super Chat here. How about this one?
Give me those dollars, don't you holler, that's your money, honey. That's what I need. Yeah, give me those cash back.
This week on TGIF, Steve wants to hold hands with his best girl. Oh, God, I every time I hear that, it's just I remember those old stupid Boy Meets World. Anyway, Justin Parton said, "What's up, guys? Rare chance to listen during lunch. Always good to see one of the show G's, Justin Parton himself, checking in the chat." We have another one from Colin.
Okay.
Money from the money tree. Fall on me. Life's a lottery.
I'm glad I can't see the stupid dance that I know you did during that song. I know you did it. I couldn't see it, but I know you did. Of course I did. Colin talking about Shedeur Sanders said he can't do the mundane at quarterback. Put him against a real defense week two. Calling it now, he gets exposed as an NFL quarterback. And see, that's my problem, is that Shedeur is not ready to be an NFL starting quarterback. That's the reason he failed. Nobody wants to hear that, but it's the truth. I mean, Tank, I'm sure you remember the Monday after the draft, I spent all of my prep time talking to people in the NFL, and they all told me the same thing. It's not worth the headache. I don't want to have to do this because I'm going to have to play this kid quicker than I should.
Right.
There's no way I'm going to be allowed to treat him with kid gloves because people think he's better than he is. He played in a bad defensive conference in college. He played at a low level at Jackson State. Then he plays in the Big 12 at Colorado. He just didn't play many good defenses. And when he did, he was not good. He's really a player that should be put in mothballs for 2 years. But he won't be. You know it. I know it. Everybody knows it. And he has another game like that starting next week. And guess what? It's only going to get louder and louder and louder.
All right, we got one more from Rob Johnson.
Cause it's all about the money, money, money. All about the money, money, money. I do this for my hustle.
He wants to know if there are any new green alien sightings at WNBA games.
No, I believe they've moved on to the MLB, so you'll probably never hear another thing about that again.
Are we stuck
I don't think most
now?
baseball writers wouldn't know what that was. It just, I believe they've thrown a miniature bat out on the field, and it's neon green. I remember when I was a boy. Would you like a Werther's original, son?
I think we're steady at 3 incidents. Is that right?
Yes. I'm not gonna lie. On my way down here this morning, I heard a morning show talking about somebody in the WNBA had like a 30-20 double-double, and I remember looking at the clock, going, "Full slate of preseason games, and you got here in 4 minutes." Okay, I'd love to have heard how that pre-show went.
Yeah,
I'd like to break down Asia Wilson in the A block. I don't think you should.
Mm-hmm. We know why.
Talking about it, not a problem. Get it, 100%. You talked about that over Shedeur Sanders. Okay, sure. All right.
Yeah.
We didn't do it that way, but if you want to do it that way, we're not your boss. So,
let's go from one hype train to another. Travis Hunter did play both ways in the opener for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Did you see anything from him? Is the question.
Yeah, that's going about how I thought it would. You didn't trade an extra first-round pick to go get a guy that's going to be your number 2 receiver. I'm just glad Liam Cohen's goofiness has stopped. I mean, minus the fact he had his kicker kick a 70-yard field goal that apparently does not count in any form of record books, which is stupid.
There should be a preseason record.
That should be the record, period.
Record
Did it happen in a game that you force us to play? Yes, then that's the record.
70 yards.
I saw him line
Crushing
up for that, and I went,
Justin Tucker.
And I'm not gonna lie to you, I was watching that in a bar actually Saturday night after the big wiener party, and
Shocker.
I saw him lining up for that, and I went, man, Liam Cohen is so stupid. Like, this is just stupid. Then he made it, and I went, oh, maybe not as stupid as I thought.
Yeah, look at that. Cam Little can hit a 70-yard field goal. It will only count in the record books if he can do it in the regular season.
Stephen Tao said, not the record, get over it. I'm not sure that's the guy you want to be defending, to keep the record. B, what's different between doing it in the preseason and doing it in the regular season? Honestly.
Maybe less pressure, but those guys are fighting for roster spots. They're rushing, right? They're doing what they're supposed to do.
Special teams, nobody in the history of the NFL preseason has ever said, man, we were playing it safe on special teams. You ever notice that more guys get hurt in the preseason on special teams? There's a reason for that. Because there's a whole mess of dudes that are trying to make a roster, so they're out here to kill you if they get the opportunity.
I mean, the kicking game is one of the only things that I think would be directly relatable to an actual regular season game at all times.
Now, Tao
because there's nothing else.
Tao did say the pressure's different. I don't disagree with you there, but the basics, the metrics, the math, the geometry, if you will, it's all still the same. He still drilled a 70-yarder. That's pretty. Do you remember when Janikowski hit that 61-yarder and we went, man, that'll never be topped? 8 years later. Oh, we're 9 yards longer than that, and he was good from another 2 or 3 back.
I'll never forget the what was his name? Matt Bryant? Was that the Tampa Bay kicker that bounced between Tampa and Atlanta?
Yes.
And I remember I think it was 2005, because I was living in Atlanta. I still have the scar on my knuckles from where my knuckle dragged across the popcorn ceiling when he hit like a 62-yarder. Just insane. And the fact that we've had so many dudes surpass that now. Now we've got, Justin Tucker with the with the 66-yarder, and now a 70-yarder. I don't think we can push it much further.
Oh, and we can. I'm telling you, there will be a kicker sometime in the next 10 years that's going to be about my size that's just out here dropping 75-yard dots. And I'm here for it.
He'd be that dude's going to be bigger than Todd Sauerbrunn.
I hope it's that big yoked guy that just beat Braun Strowman in an arm wrestling competition. If you haven't seen that video, go to Twitter, search it. It's worth it.
Mm-hmm.
I want to have that dude's confidence of Braun Strowman bouncing off me and me just continuing to talk smack, knowing for a fact I am stronger than him.
Right. All right, one more super chat taking us into the top of the hour here.
Money, 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 plenty of money. Give me loads of money, a lot of dough.
Red Sea says he thinks it's stupider that no one was back deep to field the kick if it came up short.
If it was in,
and
if
there's
it was
your
in the regular
element.
season, if it was in the regular season, they would have. You do not want to put a kick returner back there for one of those scramble drills where you got 20 dudes that really have absolutely no idea what they're doing trying to return this, because you could get somebody hurt that way. I thought that too.
No doubt about it.
And then I thought about it, and I went, I don't know if that juice is worth the squeeze at all.
Mm-hmm.
We have one more, too, before we go into the break.
All right.
Cause it's all about the money, money, money. All about the money, money, money.
You guys bringing the thunder today with Super Chats. Soaring Eagle said, Jeremy's argument about fans wanting to be right is me in Dynasty Fantasy Football after seeing Darius Cooper's debut. All right. There are some that we can talk about. Not him specifically. I do want to talk about him. But there were a handful of guys in basically every preseason game that I think at least deserve mentioning. I'm not going to overreact to many of them. Might be a couple. It's just confirmation bias for what I already thought of them. Thinking of one specific Seattle Seahawks receiver whose name may or may not rhyme with Horton Here's a Who.
That's not how rhyming works, but okay.
I think it does. You knew who I was talking about.
All right. We'll keep breaking down the winners and losers for preseason week 1 here over on an Overreaction Monday in the Sportsocracy. Next.
ESPN Asheville.
We're clear.
Thank you.
Your
I'll be
mountain
right
weather
back. I
forecast.
got to run to the bathroom, and it's like across
Exercising
the
the wet
building.
weather driving skills.
Gotcha.
Make sure I'm back.
The threat for showers, thunderstorms. They'll be scattered.
Sure thing.
Not expecting severe weather, so I think the greatest risk from thunderstorms may be some localized flooding or ponding water on roadways. 80 degrees. Tonight, showers, thunderstorms, 68. Tomorrow, more scattered showers and thunderstorms. They are likely, especially during the afternoon and evening hours with a high near 80. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic.
This report is sponsored by Taco Bell. Crispy chicken's better in a Taco Bell taco. Or burrito. Or both. Try Taco Bell's new crispy chicken taco and or burrito today at participating Taco Bell stores for a limited time only. Contact store for availability.
You want to see basketball played the way it's supposed to be? Well, check out Ice Cube's Big 3 all summer long. Fast, physical, and fun. Catch the best professional 3-on-3 players in the world live every weekend on CBS and Ice.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like wanting a psychic that helps you, but getting one that just ruins surprises.
I see the season finale. Steve's the killer.
Well, that's ruined.
Don't settle for just any insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems, like snoring, aches and pains, hot sleep, or even an old saggy mattress that can keep you up at night. And our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now get a king bed for a queen price, plus a free adjustable base with select Steely mattresses. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
Famous Footwear has the latest styles from all my favorite brands like Nike, Adidas, Crocs, Converse, New Balance, Birkenstock, and more. And with over 830 stores, Famous Footwear is always nearby with fit experts to make sure my new shoes fit my feet and mom's budget. She says the prices are like really good, so you don't have to overspend to make it famous. Right now, buy one pair of shoes, get one half off at your local Famous Footwear store. Some exclusions apply.
Rapid radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Business owners can now keep in touch with up to 200 staff members at one time. Go to rapidradios.com now for up to 60% off and free shipping.
We all remember that one teacher who made a difference. Now's your chance to say thank you in a big way. iHeartRadio's Thank a Teacher, powered by Donors Choose. Nominate an outstanding teacher in your life to be among the winners of $5,000 to stock their classroom at iHeartRadio.com/teachers.
You can't be stopped with Unstoppable's laundry scent boosters because they give your clothes 24-hour nonstop freshness. So even on your longest nonstop days, you'll be confident in smelling fresh all day long. Try now for as low as $5 and smell unstoppable.
Bear Smokehouse Barbecue in Asheville has two things that all Sportsocracy fans crave: bold flavors and big portions. Oh, yeah. And they've got the balls. Bear's famous bear balls are packed with mac and cheese, pulled pork, cornbread, and deep fried and then topped with bacon and cheese sauce. This is the place to be. Live music on Saturdays and the first Sunday of every month. They partner with the Guitar Bar to host Mr. Jimmy's Barbecue Blues. Bear Smokehouse Barbecue in Quebec and South Asheville.
I'm Coley Duffy.
I'm Cody Ward.
And
we're the Chainsaw Brothers.
Actually, we're cousins. A few days after Helene, we was in the driveway having a couple beers, waiting on the power to come back on. And we heard so many people calling, needing trees removed, and couldn't afford it.
So I called my dad to borrow a chainsaw, and over the next few months, we cleared trees for our neighbors. Our business was born out of wanting to help Western North Carolina get back on our feet.
We are fully insured and licensed. We keep our promises, meaning if we say we're going to be there, we'll be there. In these parts, we live how we were raised.
When you call the Chainsaw Brothers, you're not a customer, you're family. We're good at what we do, and we do it for a reasonable cost.
For all your chainsaw needs, call the Chainsaw Brothers. 828-316-1013. Or find us on Facebook. See how we treat our family.
Are you still covered up with storm damage and debris?
Call us about our daily rates at 828-316-1013.
Yo-yo.
6-1013. We're the Chainsaw Brothers, and with our neighbors, we are Western North Carolina strong.
Woohoo!
It's time to discover the convenience and time savings of contact-free pickup with Ingles Curbside. Just visit shop.ingles-markets.com or download the app. And your Ingles personal shopper gets to work with specialized training on how to select the freshest items for...
All right, just in time.
And then I wiped my microphone off as soon as I sat down.
And your personal shopper delivers fresh, fast, and affordable.
All right, we got 15 seconds to the ID, and there is a cue to call.
Day. That's the Parks Promise. Our mission, to improve lives with every interaction. This is JW, General Manager at Parks Ford Hendersonville. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com. That's parksfordhendersonville.com.
From the Ingles Studio,
WPEK Fairview,
WMXF Waynesville,
W225CJ Candler,
the #1 preset in your car, and the new and improved iHeartRadio app. Free never sounded so good.
Now, your chance at $1,000 and a trip to our iHeartRadio Music Festival. Text the nationwide keyword FESTIVAL to 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and info. Standard message and data rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's FESTIVAL to 200-200.
The Sportsocracy.
It fires me up, man.
I love it. Say it one more time. The Sportsocracy.
Shake it back!
Beer City's best sports talk.
It is gross.
Just earlier.
They are mature, actually. You just have to get to know them better.
Your lunchtime dose of dumbassery. Live from the Ingles Studio.
Welcome back into the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, and 1400. The Sportsocracy, heard everywhere you go around the world on the iHeartRadio app, seen everywhere on YouTube. Go to thesportsocracy.com, click the live video link, subscribe to the channel. That gets you into the chat. Throw out the super chats. The super chats have been super heavy today.
Lively.
On an
Overreaction Monday.
Hey, yeah, second time's a charm. We hit it on that one.
Sorry, I'm still getting used to my surroundings here. I've got a lot of things that are a little more distracting than I'm used to. I got a whole city skyline. I actually think I can see you from here. I'm up so high, I think I can see the Ingles studio from here.
Are you higher than Senator Socks right now?
I am. I am higher than the huevos on a giraffe.
Way up atop the iHeart Studios in Greenville, South Carolina. Of course, I am stuck here on ground level at the Ingalls Studios here at Radio Ranch.
You should come down here with me one week when if we got like a Braves game or something.
Yeah, I'm down. I've only been down there once before, and I was very jealous of the studio layout.
It's a very cool building.
It's very open. It's very airy. It's got lots of windows.
It does. It's also a maze, and the bathroom is really far away from where I'm sitting right now.
Oh, I hate that.
I came sliding in right as the open was about to hit.
See, I say that I'm jealous of the studios down there, but I've done that before. I've worked in the office building setting of the radio station where you're in with a whole bunch of other businesses. The radio stations that I worked in Memphis, it was like part of a complex. Like they had a cafeteria downstairs and all that. I mean, there were many businesses, many floors to this place, and it was so easy to get turned around. One morning, right after the morning show, I had held it for a long time, and I gotta go. It's been 2 hours at least that I've had to go to the bathroom and could not take a break. And as soon as Glenn Beck's music hit and I put it on satellite mode, I took off running down the hall, went straight into the bathroom, did my business, and man, I was feeling good till I opened up that door and that lady was standing outside that stall door. And we just kind of looked at each other. And she was very gracious. She was very nice. And she just looked at me and she said, "I've had those days too." That's all was said. And we just parted ways. And I just moped out the door like, oh, God, I'm going to get an HR call or something. It was not fun. I hate working in those big office buildings. You get lost so easy.
I enjoy it here now that I've figured out where everything is.
Mm-hmm.
Two of the guys that I meet down here with the most often, their offices are the hardest places to find in this whole building because they're kind of tucked away on the side that we don't. There's not as much over there.
Mm-hmm.
I have gotten lost in this building. I've wound up in John Hewitt's office like 6 times. How do I keep
Overreaction? Overreaction Monday here in the Sportsocracy, and you guys are doing a hell of a job today in the YouTube comments. The Super Chats continue to flow. Let's hit them before we get into more overreactions of Week 1 of the NFL preseason.
So fresh, we ball, no stress, 'cause we making that money.
The first one from Colin. He says, "Can we put Shedeur Sanders on conversation probation from here on out? I mean, until something actually happens that we need to talk about him."
Yeah, I'm good with that. Well, I mean, we needed to talk about what happened, but I'm totally good with that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm in agreement as well. It's another one of those things that when there's controversy there to talk about, I mean, we will. The problem is there's going to be controversy there the entire time. Like, that's going to be the biggest storyline of Week 2 of the preseason is, what is Shedeur going to do this week because he threw for 100 yards last week?
Well, I mean, if it makes you feel any better, he would get the Eagles defense this week. So trot him out there. I would love for you to.
Let's see how that works out for him. Bad news for the Eagles, by the way.
Yeah, we need to talk
about
that.
Dickerson. Yeah, Landon Dickerson going down with a leg injury. Have we heard any update on this since it happened?
I believe the MRI is happening right now.
Yeah, he got carted off yesterday with right leg injury. And, yeah, the MRI scheduled for today on the right knee. That would be a huge loss, obviously, for the Philadelphia Eagles. Super Bowl return hopes, if that's anything too serious. I mean, they do have Kenyon Green backing him up, though, Jeremy, so I know you feel solid about that.
Yeah, I feel pretty solid that if it were to be, and we're hoping it's not. Hopefully he's just, tweaked it. He'll be ready for Week 1. Mm-hmm. If they were to have a backup plan, I believe it would be Kenyon Green, which with the Eagles and how they work, hell, he'll probably come in and go to a Pro Bowl. It just doesn't really seem to matter. Right. Tyler Steen's playing right guard. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. It's all going to be fine.
It must be fun to pull for a team like that. They think about things in advance of, hey, what happens if this happens? The Jets, we're like 8 squirrels. Just, hey, there's a nut over there. Cool. We'll talk to this girl squirrel over here, and then we'll think about that after we see what she's doing.
The girl squirrel. All right. Do you have more quarterbacks to praise or rip apart here?
Well, I want to talk about the rookies. Jaxson Dart came in. I thought he was pretty impressive. I mean, I'm not jumping up and down about it. Did some good things. Did some less than good things. Basically the exact same thing that I said about Shedeur Sanders. I find that one to be way more interesting. Solely because I watch Russell Wilson, and I get it. It's the preseason. There's just nothing about him that's overly impressive to me. Mm-hmm. And looking at the Giants and how that season starts, I mean, you go at the Commanders, then you're at the Cowboys, Chiefs, and the Chargers. That's got 0-4 written all over it.
No doubt.
How long do you stick with Russell Wilson?
Not long at all.
See, I think that week 5 the Saints, that's the one I got circled.
It could be. Jaxson Dart apparently people feel real comfortable with him after what they've seen in training camp and after what they saw in the game the other day. And it doesn't seem too far-fetched to say this could be his job pretty early. Because as we've talked about, Jeremy, the only hope that this organization has right now, or not the organization, but the guys in charge right now have, is to maybe kind of show some kind of future if they want to keep their jobs, or if they want to advertise, put the best foot forward for the next job. You want to do a good job going out the door. You don't get that with Russell Wilson keeping the status quo and, I guess we're just, going to limp to a win or two.
Well, here's what I know definitively. They cannot run a greasy peg up a cat's keister. So whoever the quarterback is going to have to do it largely on their own. And if I'm the Giants, I don't think you're staying the execution with Jameis Winston or with Russell Wilson. Your only path to salvation here is proving that you have found a quarterback. So, I mean, to me, starting Russell Wilson doesn't really do you anything. I never understand why teams do that. Like, what's the end game with Russell Wilson? Could he beat the Cowboys where Jaxson Dart doesn't? Maybe. Mm-hmm. Why not just swallow the frog? Do what the Washington Commanders did. It's Jaden Daniels from day one. I don't think New England did Drake May any favors keeping him behind Jacoby Brissett for half a year. Do you?
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
All right, let me ask you this.
It's always been the way it's been done, typically, is that when you bring in a quarterback that's not, first, second, third, top 5 pick kind of guy, that you usually have that veteran to kind of ease them in. I don't know enough about it to say, you know what, Jaxson Dart, his mental state is ready to go up against the biggest competition right out of the gate.
So your argument
I don't know if that does him I just don't know if that does him any harm to be thrown to the wolves immediately.
Okay, so my question would be, which is better? Is it better knowing almost definitively your head coach, the offensive coordinator, they're all getting fired? Is it better for you to come in, maybe even after Daboll's been let go, after that Eagles game before you go to the Denver Broncos in the middle of October? Or is it just, you know what, we're going to take our lumps with him. We think we have a pretty good defense. I don't love the offensive line, but it's consistent. It is the 5 that I'm intending to trot out there as of right now.
Right.
I don't know. For me, if there is any path to saving Daboll, that's better for Jaxson Dart than we're looking for a new coach at the end of the year. I don't think Russell Wilson's winning you anything Jaxson Dart's not. So I'd go with him off the jump. Now, that's the positive of rookies. Here's the negative. I don't think there's any way that I would start Tyler Shough if I was the New Orleans Saints, at least not off the rip.
Okay.
So I said negative things about Shedeur Sanders. Now I'm going to say some negative ones about Tyler Shough. I've seen that big touchdown pass he threw. What was it, 55 yards? 54.
Yeah, 56, something like that.
To Tipton. I've now seen that play no less than 10 times, and every time I watch it, I go, you do understand that if that was an NFL safety, that would have been the easiest interception in NFL history. But the safety got lost. He was tracking the ball perfectly, and then it was almost like he saw a butterfly. I was doing a thing, wasn't I? I would personally probably start Spencer Rattler to start the year, knowing pretty confidently that it's not going to go well.
Okay.
Is it untoward of me that I can't find a game the Saints are going to win?
No.
I watched this. I actually watched this preseason game with a Saints fan. We went through the entire schedule, and he kept saying, like, well, you know, we could beat the Giants or we could beat the Patriots. And in my head, I'm going, no, you can't. And when he said Patriots, I went, I will take that for any amount of money you want, including one of my kidneys, my ability to have fun for the rest of my life.
The Saints are going to go 0-16, and the only win that they're going to have is at the end of the year against the Falcons in a game at the Dome that the Falcons need to win to make the playoffs.
Oh, and here's the point.
Hashtag falconing.
If you're a Saints fan, you shouldn't want to win these games either. There is nothing that scares me more than seeing a team that I don't like your starters, and then I watch your backups and go, how are they not gooder than this? Like, every priority undrafted free agent should have wanted to sign in New Orleans because it's the easiest roster in the league to make. I watch some of their backups going, have you played football before? Do you know what a football is?
A team that bad, you can't expect them to have decent backups. You just think everybody on the team's just mediocre?
Oh, by the way, Saints fans,
you have your strict tiers.
Yeah, you remember that thing I said about you should try to make a deal for Tanner McKee, and I don't really care what Philadelphia asked for as long as it's not insane. Do you remember when I said that? I'm just saying, I'm only one call away, NFL teams. I got some pretty good ideas, you know. You probably listen to a few of the things I say.
Am I interpreting here that you're just ready to just set Tyler Shough's career on fire? Like,
no,
I thought you liked the kid.
No, it's the same premise as Shedeur. Nobody's going to talk about it because Shedeur is a more popular name. He's better known in the social media landscape. They're in the same boat. I do not want to see them playing early. Look, Shough had one of those passes yesterday that I call them welcome to the NFL moments. He threw a quick out that he probably threw at Louisville, Oregon, and Texas Tech 100 times each. And he learned quick, every corner can break on that here. It's not just the good ones. I hang that one up, it's not going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And it got picked. The defender fell down, got up, and still returned it for a touchdown. That's not a good sign. Eagle fans are very angry that I suggested that their backup quarterback, who will never play for them on anything that's not a worst-case scenario, could have fetched them some draft capital. Hey, by the way, you probably did it again with Kyle McCord. So just throwing that out there. Listen here, greedy. Mm-hmm. You're talking to a Jets fan and a Bucks fan, all right? We look at you and just go, why can my team not do that? I want my team to do that. I got Justin Stupid Fields.
Uh-huh.
Although we did have probably the smartest high IQ play I've seen from a Jet in the last 20 years.
Did you?
Did you see the touchdown run from Justin Fields?
No, I did not.
So it was a drag. It was like third and 2 or 3rd and 3. And they ran a drag with Isaiah Davis. Davis looks back and realizes he's not throwing this. That he's going to run here, no doubt. So he runs past the defender and he throws his hands up like he's trying to spot the ball. And the defender just bit on it, hook, line, and sinker, and Justin Fields just walked in.
Nice.
I was like, hey, that was smart. Aaron Glenn, Robert Sala would not have done that. When Robert Sala was coaching us, that running back would have just stopped. Like, he's running. I guess I'm just going to stand there. And by the way, before anybody, I saw some Jet fans asking this in the chat. I did watch all of the Jet game. Justin Fields was fine. The defense is what I walked away from going, whoo, that looked pretty good. I like that a lot. Mm-hmm. Let's do more of that. Considering Jordan Love was 1 for 5, and at one point I actually thought he was going to cry.
Oh,
there's just
bringing that fire back.
I want this on record. The Jordan Love fall is just. I mean, we are towing the free throw line of the Jordan Love fall off a cliff. He looked horrifically bad, and I get it. It's a preseason game. I've seen this coming for a minute, and I think we're here.
Another thing to watch as the preseason rolls on. You're on ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, 1400 on an Overreaction Monday.
You want to see basketball played the way
Clear.
to be? Well, check out Ice Cube's Big 3 all summer long. Fast, physical, and fun. Catch the best professional 3-on-3 players in the world live.
Dwight Howard.
And Vice.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like needing a best man speech, but getting one from some random +1.
I can't believe I'm standing here today. Seriously, why am I standing here?
Don't settle for just any insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Get fired up, y'all. Season 2 of Good Game with Sarah Spain is underway, and we just welcomed one of my favorite people, an incomparable soccer icon, Megan Rapinoe, to the show. Take a listen.
Sue and I were like riding.
Alex, I feel like there's a story there, brother. T's and P's.
This is unbelievable. People ride bikes because it's fun.
Sorry,
We've got more incredible guests like Megan in store, plus news of the day and more. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Good Game with Sarah Spain, and listen now.
Sure. You know.
No, I will not.
Of the Living the Dream tailgate tour. But did you know that they can get you anywhere in style? Weddings, bachelorette parties, corporate gatherings, family reunions. Appalachian Motor Coach makes the ride part of the fun. Luxury seating, climate control, and none of the stress of parking or driving. Appalachian Motor Coach gets you there relaxed, on time, and ready for the party. For more information, visit them at AppalachianMotorCoach.com. Appalachian Motor Coach, the best memories start on the ride.
At Ingles, whether we're celebrating Friday night rivals, televising college basketball games, bringing the Fan Fest to semi-pro soccer, or taking you out to the ball game at your minor league park, it's all in the bag. Ingles, low prices, love the savings.
Bear Smokehouse Barbecue in Asheville has two things that all Sportsocracy fans crave: bold flavors and big portions. Oh yeah, And they've got the balls. Bear's famous Bear balls are packed with mac and cheese, pulled pork, cornbread, and deep fried and then topped with bacon and cheese sauce. This is the place to be.
Talk about
Live
the Panthers
music on
here for a minute.
Saturdays and the first Sunday
Alex
of
has asked
every
that a
month.
couple times. I just haven't gotten a chance to get back to it.
Yeah, sure. Smokehouse Barbecue in downtown Asheville and South Asheville.
Do better, be better every day. That's
Did you
the
see
Parks
Workman's,
promise. Our mission,
comment?
to improve lives with every interaction. This is JW, General Manager at Parks Ford Hendersonville. Experience the Parks promise today at Park.
Yeah.
That's Parks.
I would send out that email, except I've already done it about 8 times.
The Sportsocracy.
What are you people? On dope?
We are back at the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville. It's preseason week 1. The Carolina Panthers got beat by the Cleveland Browns 30-10 in week 1 of the preseason. Everybody focusing on Shedeur Sanders and his awesome debut. But what about the Carolina Panthers, Jeremy? I mean, I saw a pretty good throw. Bryce Young hitting Tedoroa McMillan for a big one.
It was very obvious they were trying to get the ball to him. I don't glean a ton from, especially teams that are coming back kind of whole from last year. I mean, look, Carolina ran the ball 14 times in the entire game. So there's not a whole lot from the offensive perspective to look at. And I will say what I saw was Bryce was clearly better than Andrew Dalton. And I get it. He was playing with the 2s. Bryce was playing largely with the 1s. I saw some encouraging things from Tet. Saw some things I didn't love. I feel about the same way I did going in that I do coming out of it. Tedoroa should have had a touchdown in that first game. He just ran – I don't know if he ran the wrong route or if he just ran a lazy route. It looked like it was just a lazy route to me and should have been a touchdown, but that's something that Tet learns from. They were obviously trying to get him the ball. If you're a Panther fan, I think you should be encouraged. The thing that scares me a little bit is the defense. And it's not necessarily that I'm souring on it. I just keep looking at it going, for the amount of money you spent, this should be better than it is. Mm-hmm. And that does concern me.
But did anybody play is the question.
Defensively?
Yeah.
JC didn't. It wasn't really what I saw that was unsettling. I mean, Tershawn Wharton, I know he was out there because I saw him a couple times. Princely, Amon Malayan, and Scorton. And I think they're both going to be pretty good. I will be shocked if by the end of the year they're not both starters. So, I mean, I think you nailed both of those. I just think the defense is going to be a work in progress. Like, I don't think when we see them week 1 against Jacksonville and week 2 against Arizona, I don't think you're going to come away from that going, man, the defense is way better than it was. You're probably going to –
Well, I mean –
we got pieces, but we're still a long way away.
Yeah, I don't think you can be expected to have, a turnaround that great, right? You had a historically terrible defense last year. So we're looking for incremental improvements. Rayshon Jenkins got into Xavier Legette, got him ejected from the game, as Rayshon Jenkins has tended to do throughout his career, ruffling the feathers of opposing wide receivers.
Yeah, I didn't love
young
that.
kid with a dumb moment.
Well, and I didn't think it was really worthy of being ejected either. The NFL did some weird things over the week. But did you see the end of Lions-Falcons?
I did.
The kid got hurt on the first play of the fourth quarter. He was down on the field for a long time. They come back and run one play, and then they literally just ran the clock for like 7 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the weirdest things I've ever seen. I don't know. I was not and I'm not trying to be insensitive here to the kid that got hurt. By the way, he's fine. I didn't love the decision to not finish the game. We do these for a reason. And it's not just these teams getting tape on these individual guys. It's the rest of the league getting tape on these guys too. I didn't love that decision. And it would have been one thing if just as soon as he got hurt, they went, we're done. But then for it to hang there it lasted like 30-something minutes.
Right.
And then they just, okay, we're done now. That was very bizarre to me.
It's a tough call to make in a situation where you don't know what the right thing to do is. You think that the guy has suffered a serious injury, and you want to be respectful to that, but at the same time, you also want to weigh the fact that, well, I don't want anybody else getting hurt.
Well, and I understand that. I would wager, and the kid's name was Maurice Norris, by the way. I would wager if you asked him, this is a fringe roster guy anyway. This is a guy this is the definition of the kind of guy that is fighting for a roster spot. I guarantee you he would have said, no, just keep going. We understand the risk. Keep going. I got my guys are out there trying to make a roster, trying to latch onto a roster somewhere. I don't think it's insensitive to say that. I'm sure some people will find it, but people find a reason to get angry at all kinds of things these days.
Well, it's just further of them saying, look, this doesn't really matter. We know it matters, but it doesn't affect the record. There's nothing. We're not doing overtimes. We're ending in ties. You have a serious injury like that where you've had just the mental toll on the players as well, I guess, gets taken into account. We wouldn't have done this back in the day, though.
A Detroit fan man said that was the longest play in league history. The clock ran from 14:56 to 6:31.
Right. If this was 2005, they're going back to playing, right?
No doubt. You think about Dennis Byrd. Yeah. We had a bunch.
We wouldn't even thought about it.
No, and I didn't
thought about it.
I did not like the decision. I'm sure it was probably a decision between the coaches. It had also, by that time, it had gone on for so long that I'm not sure that Dan Campbell and his name just went out of my head. Raheem Morris. I think they just said, no, we're good. This has become a cluster. We have a handful of super chats to hit before we go into the commercial break.
Show me the money, money. Show me the money. I like the cash.
This is the time on Sprockets when we dance. Red Sea. I would totally start Shough if I was New Orleans, and that is totally not because they play Arizona week 1. We know what you did there. Look, I think you're in better shape with Spencer Rattler. I think it's also better for Tyler Shough. And I'm not saying this because I was upset by anything he did. I just think you're putting, just like I said with Shedeur, you're putting him in a position to fail if you trot him out there week 1. You get all of these things situated. You give Spencer the chance to start. There's also a large percent of the fan base that wants to see Spencer Rattler. So you trot him out there the first 6-8 weeks of the season. If it doesn't go well, then you turn it over to Shough, and the hope would be that your line is coming along, maybe the defense is coming along, you're finding some pieces, and then Shough has a better chance, really with no pressure later in the year.
Mm-hmm. Got one from Soaring Eagle.
He said, I don't know if you missed this earlier in the Super Chat, which I did. I said it, and then I forgot to say anything to it. Would I be insane to start Jacoby Myers or Khalil Shakir over Rome Odunze as my third flex? Khalil Shakir, definitively, I would play over Rome Odunze. I think I would play them both over Rome Odunze. I don't feel good about anything in Chicago right now. Caleb Williams, at this point, Alimony and Caleb Williams scare me about the same amount.
All right, Randy L. with one.
Your thoughts on New
Says
England?
Your thoughts? Yep.
I was mostly happy. You should be. Because Mike Vrabel, I'm telling you right now, he told those boys in the locker room, we are here to take names and chew bubble gum. We're all out of bubble gum. They came out and punched Washington directly in the jejunum. It didn't hurt that Sam Hartman was the starter for Washington either. Sam Hartman right now might be the answer of who is, if we were on the, with women we have the hot crazy scale. With NFL quarterbacks, it would be the attractive talent scale. He broke it. Mm-hmm. I think my wife has impure thoughts about Sam Hartman every time he comes up on the screen. And I'm like, honey, give it a minute. Watch him play football. It'll go away. I promise. Because he sucks on ice. But look, if I was a New England fan.
He was good at Wake Forest.
Oh, yeah, he was good in college, which that and $1 will get you a Coke. So was Tim Tebow, who's gotten way more love on this show than he ever should have. But if you're a New England fan, I feel like you have to walk away from that going, we've added some pretty talented fellers here. Travion Henderson, I think he was the winner of week 1. He had a 100-yard kickoff return.
Yep.
He just looks
average
really
18
electric.
yards a carry.
Well, I mean, he only had 1 carry, so that's
right. His 1 carry, he was like, "All right, I'm done for the day." That's about a 20-yard gainer. I'm going to sit down and take a rest.
Yeah, I did my job.
He's going to be real good.
Efton Chisholm. Look, there's New England right now, of the teams that picked in the top 10, I would say New England has the most to be excited about.
Well, yeah, because Will Campbell's out there just bulldozing. Did I lose you?
No, I'm here.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, it looked really good.
Okay. Yep. All right, we got one more. Matthew Hoffman, DeMar Hamlin died, and they finished that game.
They did not finish that game.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be honest with you,
they finished it the next day, didn't they?
No.
We come back and finish it the next day. Can we
do you not remember that? Because it got into
I remember having that discussion.
It got into some insane tiebreakers.
Yes.
And there was talk of, like, we're going to finish it at the end of the year. And I will say, in the regular season, I understand why they didn't finish it. But moving forward, that probably will never happen again.
You're in the Sportsocracy, and this is ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, 1400. More overreactions from preseason week 1. Up next.
ESPN Asheville.
We're clear.
Thank you.
Your mountain weather forecast.
Exercising the wet weather driving skills.
I'm sitting here complaining that all these people are sending me invites to
they'll be scattered around this afternoon.
A meeting during my show. My father just called me in the middle of the
thunderstorms, maybe some local.
Hot.
Done it this time slot.
Roadways, 80 degrees.
74
Tonight,
years now.
Showers, thunderstorms, 68. Tomorrow, more scattered showers and thunderstorms. They are likely, especially during the afternoon and evening hours, with a high near 80. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stajan.
This report is sponsored by Apple Tree Superstore.
How about a new vehicle to drop the kids off this school year from Apple Tree Acura? The 2025 Integra, 2025 ADX, and the 20...
Did you see the picture that Brian Hall sent?
It's in a lifetime powertrain warranty. Apple Tree Acura, I-26 Airport Road, Asheville.
That's the sound of James adding long-lasting Gain scent boosters to his laundry this morning. Several hours later, James sniffs the irresistible scent of Gain on his shirt. Gain. Several hours later, James has even caught the attention of his mother-in-law, and she never gives him attention.
Ooh,
Ooh, you smell amazing, James.
Oh, thanks, Mom. I love you too.
I never said that.
Add Gain Scent Boosters to your laundry. Add joy to your day.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like, you know, to check you have your phone first, before the cab pulls away.
Hey, thanks, man. No, wait, my phone! Come back! It's got my boarding pass, credit cards, phone numbers, my life! Come back!
Checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Live radio, trusted DJs, breaking news, live play-by-play, endless music, and podcasts just for you. It's the free iHeartRadio app. Radio your way. Join the millions who already have it. Download the free iHeartRadio app, the #1 app for radio.
We're kicking off the Living the Dream Tour in style
Did
at
you see
the
the video
Cultivated
that
Kickoff
Jaxson Dart
Party.
has
Join
no
us
idea
at
what an
6
easy pass
Saturday
is?
night, August the 16th at Cultivated Cocktail. No.
He's just been
Charlotte
blowing
Highway
through the,
in Asheville. Enjoy their
toll
award-winning
thing
spirits,
in
killer
New York
cocktails,
since he
and
got
live
there.
music from
That's a
TLQ
bad
Plus
idea.
2.
You should not do that.
Nice. Know how. Great drinks, great music, and great friends. Cultivated Cocktails, the official spirit. Don't they just have a lane where you can go through and they bill you?
They do, but it's
DreamTOO.com.
more expensive than
Buying or
just
selling a
buying the
home
Easy
doesn't have
Pass,
to be
which they scan
stressful.
off your
Let me,
windshield.
Clarissa Marshall, with real estate expert, guide you every step of the way. Whether you're searching for your dream home, looking to sell quickly, or exploring investment opportunities, I've got the experience and the tools to get you the best deal possible. Call me, Clarissa Marshall, with eXp Realty at 828-774-6343. Let's make your real estate dreams a reality. I'm your trusted realtor. I'm making moves and making dreams.
Making easy money with a wink and a smile.
Our value of commitment. Committed to you as our customers and the community that we serve. To do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com.
Link your Ingalls Advantage card to your child's school, giving the advantage to those who really need it. That's our pledge to you.
Indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
On the weird scale, there's Vegas, there's Florida, and there's Asheville. Let's get weird, Asheville.
It is ESPN Asheville. It is the Sportsocracy. Coming to you live from the Ingalls studio. Also, the Ingalls remote studio. Do they have the rights on the studio down there? The makeshift Flostradamus studio.
I mean, frankly, I think we should sell an endorsement for my personal studio, which I have made in my office. Because I'm not actually in a studio. I'm in my actual office.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, we'll have to come up with a good gimmick for that.
For sure.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. The computer's just doing stuff. Anyhow, welcome back into the program. It is time to get weird, Jeremy. And you got one for him? Because,
your computer's not working?
I mean, it's just lovely, isn't it? Just lovely.
I'm stunned. My story is about a new trend in culinary delights. Prison food. It's becoming a thing, and I don't believe that I've ever seen anything that made less sense to me. There's a viral video going out of a group of guys that are making a, quote, prison-style brick pizza. It's crushed up Doritos with a bunch of random stuff on it. It doesn't look terrible, but customers are paying $75 a piece for a prison brick pizza.
Excuse me?
There's also a restaurant in Philadelphia called Spiked that has some prison cuisine on their menu. I mean, I've seen a lot of things that don't make any sense to me. How any Kardashian is famous, I'll never understand that.
Right.
Why anybody pays U.S. doll hairs to hear Sabrina Carpenter. Another thing that I'll never understand. I could have used a lot of names right there. She was just the first one that came to my mind. That was actually played in the hall in the last break. Paying doll hairs for prison cuisine is kind of hard for me to wrap my brain around.
And when you say prison cuisine, what does that mean?
It is meals that
like
could
they're
be
making
made.
Like toilet wine?
I did not see pruno, which, the fact I know that term should tell you at least no less than 3 things about me. But
pruno?
Correct.
What does that mean?
It's the term for toilet wine. The fact that it's all foods that could be made from the commissary if you were in the slammer.
That's the dumbest thing I think I've ever heard.
I don't get it. There are so many things, so many good things food-wise.
Yeah. Why would that be why would that be a thing that you would aspire to go eat? If I'm paying $75 for an entree of something.
Look,
I mean, hell, I could go down to Ruth's Chris for that.
Look, as a seasoned judge of culinary contests, I feel as though I am a foremost authority on food, and there are some things food-wise that I think people do them just because it sounds good. Truffle, stop, stop with truffle forever. Just don't do it. It smells terrible. It tastes terrible. It's terrible. Just stop. Just don't do that anymore.
I'll take all his truffle.
Which is weird. This is the same man that goes to the Liver Mush Festival, eats gas station hot dogs. Frankly, Tank, I'm not going to lie, I don't know how you're still alive. I feel like you're living on borrowed time because you have put things into your body. Like your body's supposed to be a temple, and you treat yours like a single wide trailer that they have meth experiences in. I do not understand how you're still alive. Truffle is awful. Awful.
It's not awful. It's not awful.
One of the teams had truffle on their hot dog at the Big Wiener Contest, and I literally looked at the other 4 judges and I went, I'm not even going to grade this one because I won't be fair. Because truffle is gross.
They just got a 0?
No, they got a score. I tried to balance the scales of my truffle hate.
Okay.
Another one had seaweed, which I really didn't expect to like, but I did.
That as soon as I heard seaweed, I went, no.
It looked weird, but as soon as you bit into it, you just went, that works. Now, again, for the third time, Capella on 9 had collard greens and mac and cheese on their dog, and I'm still a little upset that even with me putting my thumb on the scale, it was not enough to get them the victory.
Yeah.
I did that thing that no judge is supposed to do. I literally walked up to them and said, I had you winning this by a lot. Like, it wasn't even close, and one of these teams is mine. And you still won this by a whole mess of points.
Patrick Holt brought us a great recipe for the Big Wiener Contest down at Bear's Smokehouse Barbecue Saturday. I got confused because I was there yesterday as well. I ate there like 4 times this weekend, which I encourage everyone to do. It's not a bad way to spend a weekend. But anyhow, on Saturday, the Big Wiener Party was a big success.
Did you or your father put a side of macaroni and cheese in my bag?
I do not think we did.
Somebody did. And I ate it. And I didn't think about, I don't know where this came from.
Jeremy could have tried to have been poisoned, and he would never have known it.
And here's what's really sad. I didn't think about that until it was long done. I mean, we're full on into, if it's going to kill me, it's going to do it like nowish. Before I went, I should have asked, where did that come? There was a box of macaroni and cheese in my bag. I assumed you put it in there because I knew your dad got some food to go. And I thought, I don't know. I don't know where it came from, but I ate it and it was awesome.
They do have awesome mac and cheese. down there at Bear's Smokehouse Barbecue. They also have great cornbread.
Oh, yeah.
They have wonderful pulled pork. And then when you mush all that together and you deep fry it and make it into a bowl, and then you put cheese sauce and bacon on top of it, it's a mouth pleaser. You want to have their balls right now. Go to bearsbbq.com. 2 locations in town, 135 Cox Avenue, and, of course, inside Sweeten Creek Brewing on Sweeten Creek Road in South Asheville. Jeremy, for my weird story, I won't take too long here. I just wanted to update you that we are being probed.
What? What?
Yes,
I chose the worst time to stop paying attention. What did you just say to me?
I said we are being probed. Apparently, we're being probed by aliens. A Harvard physicist has made a discovery, apparently, in the Atlas system, which is, one of these big telescopes that, keeps an eye on the interstellar workings of our universe. Apparently, they have identified a smudge. So the only thing I can describe it as, because it looks like a smudge, and then they make it bigger, and they go, see, this is the smudge that proves that this little smudge is actually some kind of a space alien vehicle that is well past our understanding. Outer space science predictions and things are becoming insane to me. Like, the scientist has actually come up with a theory that this thing, this little smudge, this little glowing orb that they have noticed from billions of miles away, light years away, is actually a 20-kilometer across structure that has probed into our solar system to try to observe us. They're out there, Jeremy. You keep saying they're not. You keep denying. And yet here we have proof. Somewhere, way the hell out there, is a 20-kilometer long something that's giving off a light. We don't know what it is. But prepare for entry. We're all being probed.
Tank, I need you to read this super chat that just came in.
Okay.
Money, all about that money. I do this for my hustlers that hustle all day. My strugglers that know all they
Is this from Kevin?
Yes. The opening line is hilarious.
Kyle Shanahan says you got to hand it to blind prostitutes? I don't get it.
You'll get it. It's going to take you a minute, but you'll get it.
Okay. Question. Any surprising...
It's because they can't see it.
Okay.
That is one of the top 5 greatest opening lines to any super chat that has ever been said on this show.
Okay.
And the funniest part is that you read it just like, I doing stuff, and you didn't get it.
Oh, I get it.
There it is.
Okay.
Here it is.
Now I got it. Okay. Question. Any surprising defenses that intrigued either of you? I know it's preseason. Much love. Surprising defenses of week 1. Did you have one?
I won't say surprising. I was really encouraged by the Jets. I thought that defense looked really good. Yours looked good. You just didn't play anybody.
Mm-hmm.
I thought Tampa Bay looked really well put together.
They should. I mean, I don't feel like we've done much to that team.
Well, no, but that's not quite as simplistic as you just made it seem. So it's encouraging to me when you see a team like Tampa Bay that the starting core is intact. They didn't really play many of those guys. I thought you looked impressive with the depth. That's actually a much better sign than people think. Because everybody goes, well, they're not going to make the team. They'll be practice squad guys. It doesn't matter. It goes to show that they're really allocating resources and putting guys in the right position. I'll give you an example. So Ryan Miller, who, if he makes your roster, I think he's going to be right on the line. If something happened and Chris Godwin wasn't able to play for the first 6 weeks of the season, I think you could put Godwin on PUP. Ibuka comes in and fills in for him, and Ryan Miller would be a depth piece behind him. And it goes to show that there's a synergy between the front office and the coaching staff. I know that was a really long explanation. I'm not 100% sure it actually made any sense. Things like that are very encouraging to me. I mean, look, because they smoked the Titans. And the Titans played their starters, and you didn't. That's a good sign.
Yeah.
I don't overvalue it. I'm not jumping up and down. I thought Tampa Bay was impressive. I thought Minnesota was impressive defensively. A couple people have asked for my J.J. McCarthy take. So I'll give you my J.J. McCarthy take and I think I got about 30 seconds here. I wasn't wrong on him then. I ain't wrong on him now. And this is going to age like cheddar cheese mixed with cottage cheese left on a sidewalk in Columbia, South Carolina in July. Is that gross enough for you? Because that's how I felt watching J.J. McCarthy. Just going, oh boy, you're not good. You're not comfortable at all, and none of this is awesome, and I wouldn't like this in the least.
30-yard performance from J.J. McCarthy right out the gate. Doesn't really inspire much confidence.
No, and it really had nothing to do with I was more watching his eyes. And even the one real strike that I thought he threw was I think it was to Jordan Addison. It was like an 18-yard out. Even that required Addison to make just a whale of a catch. I was not impressed by J.J. McCarthy. And frankly, it's not that shocking.
More preseason week 1 overreactions coming your way in the Sportsocracy here on ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, and 1400.
Asheville.
Clear.
Forecast.
Thanks.
Exercising the wet weather driving skills this week, each day mentioning a threat for showers, thunderstorms. They'll be scattered around this afternoon, not expecting severe weather, so I think the greatest risk from thunderstorms may be some localized flooding or ponding water on roadways. 80 degrees. Tonight, showers, thunderstorms, 68. Tomorrow, more scattered showers and thunderstorms. They are likely, especially during the afternoon and evening hours, with a high near 80. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stajan.
This report is sponsored by Appalachian Sitework Ready Mix Division.
Need concrete for your next project? Well, Appalachian Sitework has you covered. From cast-in-place retaining walls to patios and slabs, their Ready Mix Division delivers the mix you need when you need it. Give them a call today at 828-734-1115.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on home insurance by checking Allstate first.
Hold it.
Like you know to check the assembly instructions first.
Hold it.
Before building the bookcase.
And done. Whew. You can let go.
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Not available in every state. Potential savings vary. Allstate Vehicle and Property Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
You want to see basketball played the way it's supposed to be? Well, check out Ice Cube's Big Three all summer long. Fast, physical, and fun. Catch the best professional 3-on-3 players in the world live every weekend on CBS and Vice.
Did you know that 4 million deaths worldwide are prevented by childhood vaccinations every year? Haywood Regional Medical Center reminds you that August is National Immunization Awareness Month. And with back to school coming up, it's the perfect time to check that you and your family are up to date on all recommended vaccines. Vaccines are safe, effective, and protect us against serious diseases that still exist today. Getting vaccinated not only keeps you healthy, but others in your community as well. Talk to your doctor about what vaccines you may need. Visit HeywoodRegional.com to learn more.
Craving bold flavors and big portions? At Bear Smokehouse Barbecue in Asheville, we've got balls. Our famous bear balls are packed with mac and cheese, pulled pork, cornbread, then deep fried and topped with bacon and cheese sauce. And join us for live music on Saturdays. Plus, the first Sunday of every month, we're partnering with the Guitar Bar to host Mr. Jimmy's Barbecue Blues. Dine in, take out, or order online today. Bear Smokehouse Barbecue in downtown Asheville and South Asheville.
Sometimes it's the little victories that mean the most. Those everyday celebrations that bring a smile to our faces and joy to our hearts. At Ingalls, we know there's no one you'd rather share those miniature, memorable moments with than family. Ingalls, all the ingredients for family.
Every game matters, so don't miss a moment this summer as the Braves try to battle back in the standings.
Curveball swung on, belted, deep left field, gone! Ronald Acuna Jr., 5-1 Atlanta.
Join us for Atlanta Braves baseball all season on Asheville's #1 sports station, ESPN Asheville.
Our coverage of the Braves brought to you by Parks Ford of Hendersonville, home of the Parks Promise. Check them out at parksfordhendersonville.com. We're kicking off the Living the Dream Tour in style at the Cultivated Kickoff Party. Join us at 6 Saturday night, August the 16th at Cultivated Cocktails, 161 Charlotte Highway in Asheville. Enjoy their award-winning spirits, killer cocktails, and live music from TLQ Plus 2. Let's start the football season the only way we know how. Great drinks, great music, and great friends. Cultivated Cocktails, the official spirit of the Living the Dream Tour, and this time we ride together. Go to livingthedreamtoo.com.
Looking to buy or sell in Asheville? At Clarissa Sells WNC with eXp Realty, we're proud to be the #1 real estate team in Buncombe County. Give us a call, 828-7.
Yo.
We got a thing
we're
to do.
We're here for what matters most.
Cooperatively after the
From the Ingalls studio.
WPEK.
Okay.
W225 CJ Chandler.
The #1 preset in your car and the new radio app. Free never sounded so good. Live from the Ingalls studio.
I can't wait to play with myself every day.
The Sportsocracy.
Damn the devil to hell!
Let the big dog see! Let him on the field!
Come get you some of this.
Fire them cannons! By golly, put more powder in those things.
He couldn't take any more disappointment.
Oh my God. The Jets killed him.
It is ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, and 1400. The Sportsocracy, heard everywhere you go on the iHeart Radio app. Seen everywhere on YouTube. Just go to thesportsocracy.com, click that live video link, subscribe to the channel, and you can join us in the chat. Jeremy Green coming to us live from Greenville, South Carolina.
G Vegas.
I am live in the Ingalls studio. G Vegas. Is that a thing?
G Vegas, baby.
That?
It's 100% a thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay, all right. I never knew. I don't know much about Greenville other than they've got a really cool baseball field.
I lived here for
about
a handful of years. I love it in Greenville.
Mm-hmm.
That was why when this whole thing came up, I went, "Oh, I'll do it." I'm in. You send me. I have a place to stay not far from here. It's very convenient. Have my own little ensuite, which I'm a big fan of. We now actually have. I told Tank this before the show. I feel like the listeners are family, so we now have houses to stay at. Like just make yourself at home in Asheville, Greenville, Charlotte, Atlanta, and Jacksonville, Florida. Just people that go, yeah, here, just go stay at my house. I would like for you to. Why?
It's good to have friends.
No, dude. when it comes to having just the greatest people in the world behind you, we have the greatest people in the world behind us.
Yes,
which makes it so much easier to do this job.
When we are thankful for all the support that we get, the Ingalls Living the Dream 2 tour is the plans are fully underway. It will not be long before we will be hitting the road. So you want to go to livingthedream2too.com, livingthedream2too.com. If you want to try to go on one of our excursions with us this football season, we'll continue to live the dream with Ingles Supermarkets. Low prices. Love the savings. Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Clarissa sells WBNC.com. Bears Smokehouse Barbecue. Going to be providing tailgate food for us as we take the Appalachian motor coaches to the sites. We'll have cultivated cocktails, kicking in some libations. Ingles is going to be throwing in some stuff as well. We're going to have Clark and Susie going along with us on some of our trips to cook up some tailgate food from Ingles Supermarkets. We got everybody involved this year, and we've got more on the way as well.
This year it's bigger, it's badder, it's way drunker. And you should want to be involved. And I should say this, as the guy seeing all the back of house here, if you're wanting to go to one of those two Bills games, I advise you to do that by the end of the day. The low inventory alert has just hit on Buffalo for both games, and that means there are very few spots left. So I don't know if we have access to more seats there. I haven't asked. But the initial number I was told, that means we're down to but just a few.
We're getting close. So act now. livingthedream2too.com. Preseason football, Jeremy. It's fun for a minute, and then I lose interest very, very quickly. So that's why I'm glad I have you to tell me all of the things that I missed over the weekend. Did you feel like Cam Ward lived up to the billing of a number one pick?
I thought Cam Ward looked like, how do I put this delicately? You ever seen an engagement ring before somebody gives it to their bride?
Oh, I mean the one I gave to my bride.
No. Have you ever had like a buddy say, "Hey, I'm going to propose to Callie Cankles.
Yeah.
Would you like to see this ring?" It's okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen said person then open the ring box, drop the ring, and it lands into a pile of rhinoceros droppings? Because that's what Cam Ward looked like to me. He looked like a nice shiny diamond in the middle of a big poo field. It's preseason. Brian Callahan comes from the Zach Taylor don't do anything in the preseason tree. So I'm not jumping. I'm not jumping off the Cam Ward bandwagon. I thought he was fine. The rest of that team, woo. They couldn't run to save their lives. The only receiver they have that can get open with any form of consistency is Calvin Ridley. I think Tyler Lockett at this point, he was a 4-4-ish receiver when he came into the league. I think he's about a 14-4 now.
Oh, poor Tyler.
The
wheels just ain't what they used to be.
Good. It did not look good. Now, again, there were things. I thought Ola Oladejo looked really good. They are super high on Gunnar Helm. You talk to anybody with the Tennessee Titans, you'll know how ingrained they are by how quickly they utter the phrase Gunnar Helm. I think you're going to see a lot of two tight end sets with Okonkwo and Helm.
Good.
It's a work in progress. Tennessee's another one of those teams that I look at and go, I don't know what you can do that's not going to have the fan base calling for Brian Callahan's head. Which is unfortunate because I think he's a good coach, and I know he's a great guy. We met him at the Combine, and he's one of the top 5 coolest coaches just to talk to. I could see how guys would love him and run through a wall for him. but I do not think he has been dealt a great set of cards.
Well, I mean, you knew this was going to be a challenge, taking over the Tennessee Titans. Mike Vrabel wasn't the greatest coach. Obviously, he didn't have the greatest, record. There were, there were circumstances, feelings around that firing in Tennessee, but I still feel like following Mike Vrabel falls into that. I don't want to be the guy that follows the guy, because he set a pretty high bar to me for the next guy coming in, and that was just such a bad situation.
He did.
But a bad atrophied roster.
And this is one of the things that I hope that Amy Adams Strunk is patient. Because you got to understand, what you're asking, what Brian Callahan wants and what Mike Vrabel wanted are completely different. So, I mean, look up and down the roster for the Tennessee Titans. All right, and this might be a really myopic way to look at this, but it's the only way I know to get my brain around it. Look at the guys that played meaningful snaps for the Tennessee Titans offensively. How many of those guys could even sniff the 3 deep for the Cincinnati Bengals?
Mm-hmm.
Like Gunnar Helm, the guy I was just talking about that they're up in arms about. Where does Gunnar Helm fall for the Cincinnati Bengals?
Third tight end.
At best. And I'm not even sure he's that high. I'm not sure he would pass Eric All if Eric All was healthy.
Wow.
I mean, but seriously, they got Mike Gesicki, Noah Fant, Drew Sample, and Eric All. Is he better than any of those four? I don't think he is.
Maybe Eric All.
I like Eric All better than you do. Running back. Tony Pollard. He's definitely not starting over Chase Brown. He would probably play as the 2 in front of Samaje Perine, but I even think Perine would eat into him. Because Perine's a better pass blocker.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go down the list of receivers. I seriously think Cincinnati has 5 receivers that are better than anybody outside of Calvin Ridley that they have.
You're right.
Ridley
would be the 3.
You're asking Brian Callahan to completely overhaul the roster, coming from 2 systems that could not be any more different if they tried.
Mm-hmm.
It's a tall ask.
Question is he doing it, though? I mean, is anything about that roster, anything that they've done, give you like, oh, yeah, that's a good move for the future? Because to me, other than Cam Ward, obviously, as being the number 1 pick, I don't know that I look at that team and go, yeah, you made a move to win. You made a move to be better right now.
Well, now, I don't fully agree with what you just said. I loved their draft class. Cam Ward, obviously, at 1. Ola Oladejo, Kevin Winston, Shamiri Dike, Alec Ayumanor, Jackson Slater, and Gunnar Helm. I left him out because we'd already talked about it. I love the potential of all of those guys. You looked at what they did last year. J.C. Latham now playing on the right side because you brought in Dan Moore, Tavondre Sweat. I like Jarvis Brownlee and James Williams. He was one of the few bright spots on their defense. I think you're doing it. I just think you were so far behind the 8 ball that to think it was going to go any way other than how it's gone was kind of a fool's errand.
Mm-hmm.
I thought this was a 3-year rebuild when he got the job. And that was on the assumption that they could find a quarterback. I now think it's pretty obvious that, I mean, Cam Ward, to me, I think he showed me enough in the pre-draft. I'm not really taking much from the first preseason game other than just it supporting what I already thought. I think you found your quarterback, but I also don't think you found Jaden Daniels. I don't think that we're going to be talking about Cam Ward as a top 5 quarterback in the league 365 days from now. That makes it harder. Washington was in the same boat. They found a special quarterback. That makes a lot of things easier. Tennessee, you got a long way to go.
Long way to go.
I mean, but just because you look at that too deep and go, how many of these guys would even be on the roster for good teams?
Mm-hmm.
And I think their line is really thin. Their pass catchers, you got a lot of young guys that I like, but they're all raw. And then on the defense, oh, good Lord, you better hope to God that you should put all 11 of your starters in bubble wrap and transport them like Hannibal Lecter.
Do you still not think that this team will compete for the number 1 pick next year?
I don't, because I think there are several teams that are just exponentially worse. Like, I think the Cleveland Browns are exponentially worse. I think the Jets are worse. I think the Saints are exponentially worse. I think the Giants are worse.
The Jets are worse than the Titans?
I think so. It's close.
Okay.
It's close. I mean, I'm not jumping up and down about either one. The Jets have defense for the Jets is better than anything that the Titans have.
No doubt. The offense, I mean, the offenses look kind of equivalent to me. I mean, you've got weapons and they've got a quarterback. Like, and the opposite is not true. Like, you don't have the quarterback and they don't have the weapons. If you could merge them together, maybe they would be a competitive team in the AFC.
Oh yeah. Hey, if you could take the 26 best players from the New York Jets and the 26 best from the Tennessee Titans, whoo, that team's going to be evil. Now, the 26 worst ones, whoo, that team needs to be put out of its misery.
Yep.
We would have to call that what's halfway in between Nashville and New Jersey. We would have to call that the
West Virginia,
Lexington, Kentucky Old Yellers, because that needs to be put out of its misery fast.
All right, you are in the Sportsocracy, and this is ESPN Asheville. Do we have any super chats? Did I miss one?
Nope. We are, for the first time
right.
today, caught up on super chats.
Interesting. All right, good deal. Good deal. Any other quarterback thoughts from week 1?
There were a few that I think Easton Stick needs to be mentioned.
We didn't really talk about JJ, did you?
I did. He got about the attention that he deserved, which is
okay. All right.
Yikes! Your boy Stetson Bennett IV, Esquire. He's still not good at football, but congratulations. Oh, there is one that I want to talk about. Trey Lance.
Okay.
Can we stop with that Jim Harbaugh is going to turn him into – Jim Harbaugh is going to use him as a runner and as a backup on the off chance that something real, real bad happens to Justin Herbert. I've seen a bunch of people saying he looks renewed under Jim Harbaugh. No, he does not. He looks like he's playing third stringers. Calm down.
How about non-quarterbacks? We've given all the love to the quarterbacks so far. We'll take a break here in the Sportsocracy. When we come back, we'll let Jeremy give his thoughts on non-quarterbacks that made a little bit of a splash over this first weekend of the preseason. We'll be right back.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival.
And we're clear.
Capital One
Thank
is
you.
back in Vegas.
T-Mobile Arena.
I got to make the dash to the bathroom again. I'll be back.
Full of superstar performers.
Run!
Keep listening for the next chance to win your way there.
Capital One is the proud presenting partner of iHeartRadio Music Festival, bringing great products, rewards, and services to its customers. What's in your wallet?
2 years ago, Bobby Carpenter completed treatments for knee pain at QC Kinetics. So we're checking in with the former college and pro football player to see how he's doing.
I've been asked a lot, like, how long does this last? How long does it work? I go, I've had mine for a couple years, and everything feels very good. It feels just as good as it did when I started to turn the corner.
Bobby's an active husband, dad, and business owner. That's why 2 years ago, he heard about QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in regenerative treatments, and he knew he could trust them for his chronic knee pain.
And thankfully, with QC Kinetics, I was able to go through this, and my activities are the same as it was. I'm able to coach my kids in sports. I can play golf. I can go run.
QC Kinetics patients consultants like Bobby don't miss a beat. No surgery or rehab, just freedom from debilitating joint pain. Ready for lasting relief from joint pain? Call QC Kinetics today for your complimentary consultation and see if you're a good candidate.
Call QC Kinetics, 828-333-9517. That's 828-333-9517. 828-333-9517.
The countdown to the NFL season is on while the pads are popping in camp. Get ready for the new season with iHeart, the official partner of the NFL Podcast Network.
Jim Harbaugh, how you feeling?
Oh, so excited. It's the start of the year.
Shows like NFL Daily with Greg Rosenthal.
We are going to go through the best position battles of the 2025 training camp.
Breakouts, holdouts, and fantasy sleepers. Be the first to know. Search NFL and find your next preset now.
Looking to buy or sell in Asheville? At Clarissa Sells WNC with eXp Realty, we're proud to be the #1 real estate team in Buncombe County. Give us a call, 828-774-6343. We're here for what matters most, you.
I'm Coley Duffy.
I'm Cody Ward.
And
we're the Chainsaw Brothers.
Actually, we're cousins. A few days after Helene, we was in the driveway having a couple beers, waiting on the power to come back on.
That
and
was
we
a
heard
full-on
so
sprint.
many people calling, needing trees removed, and couldn't afford it.
So I called.
You made great time.
And over the next few months, we cleared trees for our neighbors. Our business was born out of wanting to help Western North Carolina get back on our feet.
We are fully insured and licensed. We keep our promises, meaning if we say we're going to be there, we'll be there. In these parts, we live how we were raised.
When you call the Chainsaw Brothers, you're not a customer, you're family. We're good at what we do, and we do it for a reasonable cost.
For all your chainsaw needs, call the Chainsaw Brothers. 828-316-1013. Or find us on Facebook. See how we treat our family.
Are you still covered up with storm damage and debris?
Call us about our daily rates at 828-316-1013. That's 828-316-1013. We're the Chainsaw Brothers, and with our neighbors, we are Western North Carolina strong.
Woohoo!
At Ingles, whether we're celebrating Friday night rivals, televising college basketball games, bringing the Fan Fest to semi-pro soccer, or taking you out to the ball game at your minor league park, it's all in the bag. Ingles, low prices, love the savings.
The Sportsocracy.
That is some good, clean family fun there, eh, Kai?
We are back in the Sportsocracy, and this is ESPN Asheville. Football season well underway. Preseason week 1 is in the books after 1 week of the preseason. Jeremy, who were some of the standouts that we had non-quarterback standouts in week 1 of the preseason?
TreVeyon Henderson would be the first one for me. I mean, and that one's
sure.
super
100-yard
obvious.
kickoff return will do that.
Well, I mean, but it's how electric he looked. It also helped that not a lot of the other running backs that were in this past class were overly impressive. Like Caleb Johnson looked terrible for the Steelers. You got to put everything kind of everything's not in a vacuum. All right. But I did not particularly like what I saw from Caleb Johnson. I didn't like what I saw from a handful of the others. And then you see TreVeyon Henderson, and you go, he's going to be good at football. Amarian Hampton is going to be good at football. So I thought they were definitely winners of the – and I'm putting the Hall of Fame game in with this too, of just kind of now we're really a full week out of the preseason, and these are the guys that kind of showed out to me.
Mike Green has gotten some shout-outs in the chat.
He and Abdul Carter both should.
Jackass says that Mike Green is Baltimore's Jalen Carter in terms of that man should have never saw the light of day in the second round. He's so good.
He is. They have been very complimentary of him in Baltimore. It should also tell you a little something. You know, I say Vegas is truth serum. How many players are in front of Mike Green in terms of likelihood to win Defensive Rookie of the Year?
I'll say 3.
It's exactly 3. Abdul Carter, Travis Hunter, and Jalen Walker. And I'll be honest with you, Jalen Walker's borderline hilarious to me. Because I just don't see any way that an off-ball linebacker, which is how Atlanta apparently is planning on using him, I don't see how you're going to win this. Right. I will say I've heard good things about Jahad Campbell. He didn't play a ton for Philadelphia, so, I liked what I saw in the very limited amount that I saw. Shamar Stewart looked pretty impressive to me if we're talking about just defensive guys. Donovan Ezeraku, the 2 guys from Carolina. Carson Schwessinger. I said this about Trey Amos, but I'm going to use it about Schwessinger now. Schwessinger plays like his dad's never told him he was proud of him, and every single game he's trying to get his dad to say he's proud of him.
Yeah.
He just plays with kind of a – this is going to sound very contradictory when I say it. He plays with a fluid, reckless abandon that you don't see many guys have. And it's incredibly impressive.
Tyler Warren is a guy that I've seen getting shout-outs as well.
As well you should.
His play.
Tyler Warren is going to put up I will say his stat line is going to be insane. Especially with kind of and it's not even kind of, with a 100% unsettled quarterback situation. Because I, to this point, still could not tell you if Daniel Jones or Anthony Richardson is leading that quarterback battle. I would say right now you're fractionally ahead with Daniel Jones.
One would think. The fact that you can't throw Anthony Richardson out there for more than 7 plays without him getting hurt is very concerning. I would have to imagine that he'd be ahead in that race. Any others non-tight or non-quarterbacks?
Well, I got to say Torrey Horton.
Raised an eyebrow? Oh, Torrey Horton.
Torrey Horton, because he's really good at football. If you ever need a rallying cry of why you listen to us during the draft, I want you to just go down, just search NFL preseason winners and losers. Look at how many names are on each respective list that we either really liked or really didn't like.
Mm-hmm. Track record's pretty good.
I'm not saying I'm the smartest person in the business, but I sure as hell ain't the dumbest.
I will definitely agree with that. You're definitely not the dumbest in the business.
There were a lot of guys that I see a role for. Even R.J. Harvey. He played with the starters, which, by the way, is why it's so unbelievably stupid that he's on the 4th string of the Broncos depth chart. He played with the starters, and you put him on. It's so stupid. Just say what Payton, it is.
Man. It's Sean Payton. You know he's going to do that.
Just say what it is.
Rookie's got to work his way up the depth chart. Got to earn that spot.
There are 2 veterans that I want to talk about in the final segment of this here program.
Mm-hmm.
And they were unmitigated losers. Just gross, big old dumb losers.
Does one of them play for the Dallas Cowboys?
I don't have a bell on my desk, but you feel free to ring yours because, yes, he does.
Okay. Are we thinking of the same one?
Does his name rhyme with He-Dee Sheep?
He-Dee Sheep. Again, not how rhyming works, but yes, okay. All right, we are thinking of the same guy. How do you do that? You got one job. You got one job. Fat baby CD. Put him on the screen. Put him on the billboard.
I saw that live and went, what did I just see? We're going to talk about that in the next segment. If if we're going to get deeper into, like, is there anything I saw that has a fantasy relevancy? The Raiders, I really want to make just a broad, don't draft Raiders unless it's Brock Bowers. Don't draft anybody else because I get it. Dante Thornton's running ahead of Jack Betch. I could easily see Jack Betch out targeting him by 2-1. Elijah Arroyo, I'm seeing a lot of Seattle fans that are losing their minds that, well, he's just, it's not there yet, and he's splitting time with the blocking guy. Give it time. Don't lose your mind about that just yet.
Mm-hmm.
Caleb Johnson was a big loser for me this week. Ashton Genty was, yikes. And this is also a great time to say, does Baltimore draft like out of a different book than everybody else does? Do some of these teams not know that these guys? Rasheen Ali, just watching him the other day, I'm like, there's no way he's better than the 5th running back in Baltimore. He would be the 2nd best running back on at least 10 depth charts that I can think of.
Yeah.
He's probably not even going to make the Ravens roster. If he does, it's going to be as the 4th running back. He probably bounces between the 53-man and the practice squad. And he's right there. Oh, and then Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. Every day is a good day to say how good that dude is.
Is he taking over in Washington?
I don't think he'll be the starter. I can tell you he's ahead of everybody not named Brian Robinson Jr. and Austin Eckler.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know exactly. That's one of those that you add another name to it, and I don't think it makes me like. For real life football, I like them all better. For fantasy football, now I hate them all.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't think it's ever going to be consistent. I still think Brian Robinson will be the head of that snake, but Eckler and Krosky-Merritt in any given week could out-snap him, out-touch him, and it would not surprise me.
Stay away. Don't even bother.
I want to watch them play real-life football. I really don't want them on my roster in fantasy football.
I was gonna say that's one of those that I don't even want to take, both of them to see if one of them pans out.
Yeah, because 2 of them would have to be abducted by space aliens for me to feel good about any one of them.
Right. It's like the Denver backfield. I feel the same way about that. You're in the Sportsocracy. This is ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM. 1400, back with the most important message of the day.
ESPN Asheville.
And we're clear.
Weather forecast.
Colin, I can tell you, I haven't seen a ton of Josh Simmons, but I've heard a ton.
They'll be scattered around this afternoon, not expecting.
I said everything I can say because I have only seen the 11 snaps from the preseason, and they were
on roadways. 80 degrees 50s. Tonight. Showers, thunderstorms. 6.
Center says Willie Lampkin's tearing it up, and of course he is.
He is,
especially during the afternoon and evening hours.
Everybody lost their mind because he's 4'6".
From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Staging.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are in.
Hey, can I ask you just a question?
Yeah.
You've had key fobs all your life, right? Like for your car.
Mm-hmm. Go to rapidradios.com.
How often have you had one of those things go dead?
You'll get an extra 5% off.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking all.
Dum just weaseled his way in the middle of the fucking live segment to give me an extra battery for the key fob for the news vehicle. Like, was that necessary?
No.
Numbers my life. Come back.
Checking
actually,
first
and that's not even true now that I think about it.
Save you hundreds.
We've had Amy's car 3
Allstate.
years, and neither one of us have ever replaced a battery.
Allstate Fire and Casualty
I've
Insurance.
had that Lexus for
Illinois.
There's a lot of uncertainty in the world,
and I've
one thing's
never
for sure.
replaced a battery.
Right. Andy's van never had to have another battery or new key or nothing, and we've had that damn thing for 15 years.
If it's a battery you can replace,
their back to school sale,
it will not go bad all that quickly.
When they sign up for a
Amy's,
Lenovo
we have to
education
actually
account.
take to the
Free
dealership
shipping,
to have
easy
them replace
returns.
Which is Total bullcrap.
Well, I mean, they don't charge us for it. We just have to go over there and get them to do it.
With the
What was the purpose of that? Why did you feel I needed that right now?
music channels and voices that don't just go viral. They're the voices of your local community. Join the millions who already have it.
I don't even try to figure that one out.
The number one app for radio.
Mountain Graphics and Showtime Sports have teamed up
4 more days.
with the finest custom apparel and unique branded items at the best price. Mountain Graphics and Showtime Sports can customize whatever you, your team, or your local group may need. With high-quality screen printing, embroidery, and lace. Visit AVL.
Okay.
That's MVL.com for your local one-stop custom apparel shops.
It's time to discover the convenience and time savings of contact-free pickup with Ingles Curbside. Just visit shop.ingles-markets.com or download the app. And your Ingles personal shopper gets to work with specialized training on how to select the freshest items for a pre-scheduled pickup. They'll even text you with updates. You pull up to a designated space and your personal shopper delivers your items right to your vehicle. Fresh, fast, and affordable. It's all in the bag. Ingles, low prices, love the savings.
We're kicking off the Living the Dream Tour in style at the Cultivated Kickoff Party. Join us at 6 Saturday night, August the 16th at Cultivated Cocktails, 161 Charlotte Highway in Asheville. Enjoy their award-winning spirits, killer cocktails, and live music from TLQ Plus 2. Let's start the football season the only way we know how. Great drinks, great music, and great friends. Cultivated Cocktails, the official spirit of the Living the Dream Tour, and this time we ride together. Go to livingthedreamtoo.com. It is ESPN Asheville. This is the Sportsocracy, and it is that time, Jeremy Green, for the most important message of the day.
Don't do crimes.
What are you doing right now? Are you okay?
Me? Yeah, I was.
Are we working on that bad of a delay? Okay.
Well, I was a little late on the
throat
uptick.
clenching up on you or something.
Well, I also went. This is a very big room that I'm in, and if I scream, I bet that's going to bounce off every single vessel of this room. So I hesitated.
Could.
That was on me.
Could. Yeah. All right. Today's crime story. Mine is coming to us out of Brazil. Brazil, where this story did not have a happy ending, unfortunately. That was the plan, though, as a man and a woman after a party decided that they were going to go parking. They went parking, and we're all adults here. We know what happens, what you do when you go parking. And they went up to go parking. And what do you know about the topography of Brazil?
Do
you know what topography means?
I do.
I guess I should say.
The only peaks that I have ever seen from Brazil came from the Sports Illustrated swimsuit calendar, and they are just chef's kiss. That's the extent of my topography knowledge of Brazil.
Well, look, it is a very mountainous region, right?
Agreed.
They have ample peaks
based off what I said,
everywhere.
also agreed.
Yes. And these two lovers, they tried to go to the peak. And once they got to the top, they realized
it was
not
no
smooth sailing.
way.
It was just no way, because when, 1 o'clock in the morning, you're driving in the dark on a mountain in Brazil, and you come to a place that's kind of open, and you're like, okay, we're safe. We can park, and now we can, I've got my business socks on. It's time to get down to business. They put the car in park, put the emergency brake on and everything, but the rocking got a little too much because they had parked at the top of a hang gliding ramp. And this is a story that did not end well for our lovers, because that car went down all the way. They did not survive, and the best guess that the authorities could come up with is that is what happened. because strewn from the car several hundred feet away were two naked individuals. Headlights, maybe? Check where you're going. I mean, make sure that you're not parking on a slope would be a good idea.
I mean, it's unfortunate, but at least you went out doing what you love.
It's quite unfortunate. No doubt about it. Live in the dream.
Hey, I always said I want to go out on top. Sounds like that guy did. My story comes from Germany. I knew halfway through that story that's how it had to end. My story comes from Germany. Did you know that there are parts of the Autobahn that actually have a speed limit?
I did not.
I didn't. I thought it was just lawlessness, and we go as fast as our cars will allow us. Well, there are parts
of it. It's the way
it's
always been billed to me.
There are parts of it that are that way. However, there are other little roadside radar stands. They're known as enforcement trailers, and they enforce a speed limit on specific allotments of the Autobahn. There's one stretch in Berlin. It has a speed limit of 74.5 miles per hour, also known as 120 kilometers per hour. I'm going to say the miles per hour just solely because I know we're Americans and we don't really understand the metric system. So
I was going to say, that's not fair. If they put 75.5 on there and I get busted for 75.6, I'm going to be ticked.
Well, this particular motorist, he did not get busted for 75.5. This is, as has been dubbed, the highest record speed ever calculated by an enforcement trailer.
Whoa.
How fast was this feller going?
230.
What the hell is he driving, an Indy car? No, he's not going 230. What car could you buy that would go that fast?
You never know what people are driving out there.
You shot it a little high. It was 320 kilometers per hour, which is $1.99. He was doing 124 over the speed limit. What's the fine for that? Now, look, I'm just going to throw this out there. In America, if you get arrested for doing 199 miles an hour, your fine's going to be significantly higher and probably going to lead you to have a new girlfriend that is also your roommate, because you will be seeing the inside of a cell that you're not allowed to come out of.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
How much was the fine?
210 pounds.
Okay, it's euros, first of all, because we're in Berlin, so I don't know how many pounds that would be. I haven't read the conversion chart because I didn't know we were talking about England. 900 euros, $1,043. He was also stripped 2 points from his license because apparently in Germany, you start with a certain number of points and then they deduct them, which is the exact opposite of what we do here.
Right. You start with 0 and work your way up.
I still have 0. You have worked your way up. I have not.
Weird.
Because I'm
No, I have no points on my license.
Really?
Yeah. No.
God, you should
no points on my license.
You should go cut a rabbit's foot off because you need you need a fresh rabbit's foot.
Hey, I'm a good driver.
I would have thought your driving record looked rather similar to Gary Busey's. He's hit some stuff. He's done some stuff he wasn't supposed to do while he was driving. It's not good. No. He was also banned from driving for 3 months.
No, I can't. I don't get involved in accidents. I mean, I've been involved in one a long time ago. Had some speeding infractions in my younger years. I haven't had one of those in a long time.
Which is shocking.
Knock on Formica. You know, if you're safe on the roadways. Probably not going to get pulled over.
Wait a minute. You think you're safe on the roadways? Okay. All right. Heard. Last year's Living the Dream Tour, I saw Grandpappy no less than 4 times. He died in 2001. So
stop.
I got awakened from a nap by a car horn that I feel like there was at least 3 falafels attached to.
Of course it was.
I also specifically remember you at one point saying, "It's my turn to go," and it was no your turn to go. That is not how lights work.
One time. One time. I was turning right. I had the right of way. He was turning left.
Yeah, except you didn't because he had a green light and you
Shut
didn't
up.
know.
Shut it.
That's actually why they have those lights. Green means go. Red means no.
Like I said, one time. Never lived that down. Any thoughts, closing thoughts on the preseason, winners and losers?
I mean, now you get into the are there any teams you look at and go, oh, you might not be as good as I thought you were? Because I have a couple.
No, I do not. Who you got?
The Green Bay Packers.
Okay.
Ooh. I mean, I've heard a lot of Jet fans say, hey, we looked really impressive. Did we, or did they just look that bad? Because they looked horrifically bad.
Mm-hmm.
I walked away from that feeling better than I went into it. Not by much, but I walked away from it going, Green Bay, not good.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you come out and you don't look good on one drive. Does that necessarily mean your season's going to be terrible?
No, they looked clunky, period. And I will tell you that, I mean, look, there are a lot of teams that I put no weight into this. There are others that, yeah, I do put some weight into this. And Green Bay was one. Tennessee did not impress me in any way. You know, I mean, somebody's going to say San Francisco. San Francisco did not play a soul of any magnitude. I will say Jordan Watkins might end up being even better than I thought he was. If you're looking for a positive from San Francisco, that's a pretty good one. Also saw Robbie Chosen and went, I would have bet $1 million that you were not in the NFL right now.
Mm-hmm. I thought he went to the UFL, didn't he?
He should have. He would fit way better there.
He'd be a superstar.
But now we need to talk about the 2 veterans that did things that we'll start with Heedy Sheep.
Heedy Sheep, old CeeDee Lamb. I don't understand how you have one job, right? You're not even playing in the game. You're supposed to be protecting yourself, and somehow, some way, you still find a way to just put a big pool of diarrhea in every Dallas Cowboys fan's pants. CeeDee Lamb's out there celebrating a breakaway play and steps in front of the path of the referee who's breaking away with the play down the sideline and looked like he broke CeeDee Lamb in half.
That is
CeeDee
one
just
of the
bends completely backwards.
That is one of the most dangerous things you can have happen on a football field. And it's taught to you about the time you're 7 years old. Do you see the white? You don't step on the white. You stand behind that because no good can come from you being there, especially not if you're in front of the play.
Mm-hmm.
It was a complete brain lapse by CeeDee Lamb. They happen. I don't put a ton into it. I also will say that with Brian Schottenheimer, a guy that I never thought was very good at buttoning up the, dotting the I's and crossing the T's, that was not a good look.
Right.
I mean, just would that ever happen to a team coached by Andy Reid or Sean McVay or no? I've seen what happened right there happen 3 times in my lifetime. Brian Schottenheimer was directly involved in 2 of them, and Adam Gase was involved in the 3rd one.
Of course, that's Jet behavior.
For sure. It did me good to see it happen to a team that wasn't the Jets.
Right. Just how lucky is CeeDee Lamb today that he didn't break something, bust something, pull something, end up with a concussion.
Oh, and it could have been bad.
I'm sure it's a mistake that absolutely. I mean, when I saw the replay of it, I thought, how did he not get hurt? Because it looked horrendous.
It's the worst kind of collision. You have one guy running at full speed and one guy at a dead stop.
Yep. All right, what was your other one?
James Cook. Oh, boy. Did you see the James Cook story?
I did not see the James Cook story.
James Cook put on a uniform, went out for pregame warm-ups. He's in full uniform. Sean McDermott says, hey, I'd like to get you a couple touches. His response was, nope. I'm good.
Whoa. Really?
Mm-hmm.
Why is this not a bigger deal? How have I not heard this?
Because Sean McDermott really he tried to throw the flour on the grease fire. He said they had a good conversation and that he had agreed to warm up but wasn't going to play. McDermott said, and I quote, we wanted him to play, I wanted him to play, but I don't really want to go into any further. There's really no change at this point in time from what it was going into this weekend in the game today. So we warmed up, like I said, but at this point, due to the situation, the position he's in, he was not willing to play. So that's where we're at. Again, it was a good conversation, but really no change overall. That tells me that James Cook will miss regular season games if this is not buttoned up. If you'll go to the point where you say, I'll put on the jersey, I'll warm up, I'll do all that, but I'm not stepping on that field until you get this settled, that tells me this could go into the season.
Mm-hmm.
It's one thing if you agree beforehand, but a game that we want to play during the football season of this is what you said, this is what actually happened. If Sean McDermott had known going in that James Cook would refuse to play, he would have put him in a jersey. Because you're not going to open yourself up to this ball of wax and let this become a story if you had known that. I think they had a conversation on the sideline after it happened, and that's what he's not telling you.
Mm-hmm.
Because what was the purpose? Other than making Sean McDermott look like a goober, what did this really accomplish? You went out there to stretch in pregame warm-ups? What good did that do?
Well, I mean, you're sending the signal that you're here, right? I mean, like Micah Parsons has been doing this with the Cowboys.
And
like
that's
he's
fine.
not practicing,
you
but
can
he
do
shows
that in a
up
shirt
with the
and a pair of
jersey on
shorts.
to show. Yeah.
Oh, that Micah Parsons thing, that's a whole nother story. Brian Schottenheimer saying, I want everybody to look alike. I swear to you, that was his excuse for why Micah Parsons was in a jersey.
Yeah.
What?
I want everybody to wear the jersey. And he wore the jersey. It's team camaraderie, right?
As Gambit fan
said,
never change, Cowboys. Never change. You will keep us with topics until the day we die.
Yeah. It's very high school, right? Everybody wears their jersey on Friday before the game.
I'm glad you said that because that was exactly what I heard when he said it.
Yeah. It's old school. It's that it's that high school high mentality. Ooh.
Wasn't good.
Yeah, I mean, Whatever. However you think you're going to build that camaraderie with the team. But, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what James Cook's thought was. Maybe he thought there was no chance he was going to be asked to be in that game. Right, because he hadn't been practicing with the team.
But why did you put on that point? So why did you put on full pads? There's only one reason you did this, and it was exactly what has happened here. And then I did find it just a little bit ironic that his agent had a prepared statement before the game was even over. He said, I don't know what else he can do to show he only wants to play for the Bills. Hopefully we can figure this out and refocus all energy on bringing a Super Bowl to Buffalo. That came out in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
That kind of tells me that all of this was a – he wanted to make a scene to be seen.
Trying to notch some kind of a win in the negotiation battle, put the pressure on the franchise. Humiliating them, probably not a great idea. Probably not the way I would go.
It's not going to get you
definitely not the path I would take. No, I wouldn't think so. But who knows? 3D chess. Maybe it's over my head, and I don't get it. James Cook and the Buffalo Bills. I mean, that'll go forever. Because, I mean, I still see it from his point of view of I want to try to make the most money I can in my prime years. I need a new deal. I don't want you stringing me along, franchise tagging me and all that kind of stuff. It's not the way I'd go about it, though. You're in the Sportsocracy, and this is ESPN Asheville. 92.9 FM, 880 AM, 1400. Tomorrow on the program, Jeremy, it'll be a Tuesday. Are we going to have our first power ranking Tuesday of the year?
I think we could definitely make that happen. A preseason power ranking Tuesday.
There you go. It is trying to get in mid-season form here before things kick off in earnest. News Radio 570 WWNC will have your Carolina Panthers coverage all season long. ESPN Asheville, we will have the NFL Game of the Week coming up throughout the season. So look forward to that. Once we get past baseball season, we're going to definitely have all the football that you can handle here on ESPN Asheville. Atlanta Braves off night tonight. Starting a series with the Mets tomorrow. And, of course, you can hear it all on 92.9. We'll be back tomorrow at noon.
ESPN Asheville. Your mouth.
And we're clear.
Yeehaw.
Exercising the wet weather driving
just
skills.
Stay connected for a little bit. We got to do something after the show, but I got to run down.
We'll be scattered around this afternoon.
Roger.
Greatest risk from thunderstorms, maybe some localized flooding or ponding water on roadways. 80 degrees. Tonight, showers, thunderstorms, 68. Tomorrow, more scattered showers and thunderstorms. They are likely, especially during the afternoon and evening hours with a high near 80. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic.
This report is sponsored by Payday. Hardworking people need a hardworking candy bar. Packed with peanuts and filled with golden caramel, Payday is definitely working hard for you. So grab one now to power you through the day. Payday. Peanut Caramel Bar. Get to it.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like needing a lawyer, but getting some guy who just watches courtroom dramas.
Guilty. Erroneous. Sustained.
Are you just saying random words?
Don't settle for just any insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like to check for your wallet first, before hitting the drive-thru.
$6.
Sorry, forgot my wallet. I have change, though. Here's 40 cents, another 40. Ooh, a bicentennial.
What's that?
Oh, gosh.
Checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Buying or selling a home doesn't have to be stressful. Let me, Clarissa Marshall with eXp Realty, your local real estate expert, guide you every step of the way. Whether you're searching for your dream home, looking to sell quickly, or exploring investment opportunities, I've got the experience and the tools to get you the best deal possible. Call me, Clarissa Marshall with eXp Realty at 828-774-6343. Let's make your real estate dreams a reality. I'm your trusted realtor. I'm making moves and making dreams come true.
Bear Smokehouse Barbecue in Asheville has two things that all Sportsocracy fans crave: bold flavors and big portions. Oh, yeah. And they've got the balls. Bear's famous bear balls are packed with mac and cheese, pulled pork, cornbread, and deep fried and then topped with bacon and cheese sauce. This is the place to be. Live music on Saturdays and the first Sunday of every month. They partner with the Guitar Bar to host Mr. Jimmy's Barbecue Blues. Bear Smokehouse Barbecue in downtown Asheville and South Asheville.
Sure, you know Appalachian Motor Coach is the official shuttle sponsor of the Living the Dream Tailgate Tour. But did you know that they can get you anywhere in style? Weddings, bachelorette parties, corporate gatherings, family reunions. Appalachian Motor Coach makes the ride part of the fun. Luxury seating, climate control, and none of the stress of parking or driving. Appalachian Motor Coach gets you there relaxed, on time, and ready for the party. For more information, visit them at AppalachianMotorCoach.com. Appalachian Motor Coach, the best memories start on the ride.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Sometimes it's the little victories that mean the most. Those everyday celebrations that bring a smile to our faces and joy to our hearts. At Ingalls, we know there's no one you'd rather share those miniature, memorable moments with than family. Ingalls, all the ingredients for family.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Our value of commitment, committed to you as our customers and the community that we serve. To do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com.
Looking to buy or sell in Asheville? At Clarissa Sells WNC with eXp Realty, we're proud to be the #1 real estate team in Buncombe County. Give us a call, 828-774-6343. We're here for what matters most, you.
From the Ingalls studio, WPEK Fairview, WMXF Waynesville, W225CJ Candler, the #1 preset in your car, and the new and improved iHeartRadio app. Free never sounded so good.